me.
No, you won't.
Yeah,
Here we
it's
go.
nice.
You like that.
I'd be like, hey,
Here we
go.
go.
The same question in this installment of Profile.
Pretty good, I
so
thought.
check it out.
If I could be duo partners with anyone in VCT Americas, I'd probably pick one of my teammates, maybe like Trent or Valen. You know, any of my teammates. You know, I'll do it with any of my teammates.
Me gustaría jugar dúo con Oxy. Me gusta mucho su estilo de juego y lo encuentro una persona.
Might as well
bien
watch this. What time is it for you now, kid? Bit late.
Y nada,
Getting late.
como bromea un poco porque él tiene un nombre parecido al mío en inglés, entonces nada, es una persona que me agrada su forma de ser.
I'd have to say EIU on 100 Thieves. I played a lot with him.
EIU.
Valen. Probably those two.
Probably more Zekin because he's a demon. I want my RR at night.
I'd probably duo with Zekin just because we used to be ex-teammates and he's rank 1 every act. So
We used to be ex-teammates.
Normalmente eu jogo duo com os brasileiros ou os meninos do meu time
What
também.
does that mean? That means that you were playing together again, no?
game. It's an FPS
It's an FPS game!
We're so back.
Lookman, thanks for the 11
Às
months.
vezes alguém da Fúria ou da Loud, mas normalmente é entre a gente assim os dois.
I want to play with Kesn at one time. The way he was playing against me the other day, I was like, damn, like, let me see that confidence from you. I want to see how he play. And I'll probably say Kesn. He's nice. I like that guy.
I'd have to say Ethan, honestly. Playing with Ethan is really easy, really fun. He's really smart. He's really mechanically gifted. He makes the game easy. He basically plays the game for you. He just tells you what to do and you just move your fingers and do it. And I think he's a really, really talented just person, so definitely Ethan. We play a lot of other games together.
Soltox with the 50 bits.
My BR. Sometimes
Was
I get him
screaming.
on my team,
How was
and
map
he's
4?
insane. And,
Hashtag APACWIN Masters. Hash can't claim as pasna.
Map 4 was crazy. Split, crazy overtime, crazy classic split game, big comeback from Fnatic.
This isn't the first time these two teams have met on stage.
Yeah, it was kind of
course.
crazy.
They went head-to-head in week 3. Leviathan took down G2 2-1. It wasn't the most convincing showing from Lev, even in a winning game.
Okay, so
But
Lev
obviously,
versus
we got to see
G2.
some promise from G2
Interesting game.
as they started to ramp up throughout the stage.
Yeah, I think G2 really started to impress on that icebox, and that's been a pretty solid map for them ever since. But things started out on this map of Breeze.
Now, I wouldn't rule out, I mean, I think a lot of people will just think like, oh, Lev are obviously going to win, but I wouldn't rule G2 out, honestly. I think they should have beat 100 Thieves, really. Like, they were looking good to win that game, honestly. You know, obviously they got dominated on Ascent, but their bind was very good. I think G2, if they have a good plan, then, you know, they'll be good. I am on Twitch, easy as easy. I don't know why. Some people come into YouTube and they're always like, are you live on Twitch? Can some people not see me live on Twitch? I am live on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, that's
The level of play decreased from last year. Again, the only thing I would say is that, like, I think we had a very high peak at the end of last year. You know, I think that EG were incredible, Paper Rex were incredible, Loud were pretty good. And I think by the end of Shanghai, the level will be around that level. I think Paper Rex have started to hit that level from what they've shown in the playoffs here. I think we've seen moments of it, you know, from like 100 Thieves, we've seen moments of it from Heretics. I think we're starting to see that level. The average level has always been better, because what you forget about last year, and you'll forget this every year, is that there was a ton of dog shit teams last year, like really fucking awful. You know, but you just forget about them, right? And I think that the bad teams from this year are better. You know, let's take like teams like DFM and Global, right? The DFM and Global of this year are better than the DFM and Global of last year by, I would say, quite a bit. I think the rosters across the board are better. I think the gameplay is across the board better. But I just think that we hadn't hit the peak, right? Like EG 2023, put them in Masters Madrid and they would be favorites. Same for probably Paper Rex, they would be favorites.
And also it was a pretty slow start for Lev. They were making a lot
That's
of
because a lot of teams, those top teams make changes though.
Yeah, it was also a big off day for King, I think.
Since the bad teams have become better, the mediocre games feel more boring to watch. But to me, again, like, is that true, kid? I think you're just thinking of Calming Code, right? That there maybe isn't like the obvious this clown team, again, there was a lot of bad teams that I think were just pretty, like, boring bad, right?
And that's the big thing, right? That they did end up winning that series. I think LEV is a team that when you get deeper and deeper...
Would the champs teams last year be able to beat these teams? Like, that's what I'd say. I'd say we're getting close, right? We're getting close. Now, like, I would think that EG 2023 would beat the Madrid teams. I think now we're starting to get to the level where it would be, you know, a coin flip, and probably by the time we get to champs, we'll get to the point where, like Shanghai, I think we'll get to the point where, you know, it's like a 50-50, and by champs, I think we'll get to the point where whoever is winning champs, we probably go, yeah, they're probably better than EG were last year, right? They're doing things a bit better. They're innovating more. You know, they do this that EG weren't.
A lot of people high expectations for this Leviathan roster.
Yeah, I think we'll start to.
Under the international spotlight.
I think we'll start to see that a bit more.
Honestly, a crime.
If I had to guess, that's a guess. Maybe it won't, right? Maybe we stagnate at this level. But I'm just assuming. Assuming that people's ideas.
I mean, this one was also a bit of a near ace.
True. There were so many of those rounds, and that's why I think I'm less interested in how G2 figures out how to deal with these maps.
It's the off-season reason for this. I would say more the roster moves are probably the biggest reason, right? There were so many new teams, and I think going into next year there will of course be teams that do make a lot of changes, but you know, if you think about it like in terms of a league, right? Like you've got right now there's 55 players, next year there'll be 60 players. Like for each region, how many, so last year it was 50, how many of the best 50 players were actually in the league last year? I would say for most leagues it was maybe like 25 out of 50, right? Maybe this year it's closer to, you know, like 35 out of 55. Maybe next year it'll be closer to like 45 out of 60, right? Like each year we'll start getting closer and closer to the actual correct people, you know, like who are the actual best players? Are they in tier 1? You know, we'll start getting there more and more. Are there going to be 2 new Ascension teams? No. No, this year it's 1. I don't know if they actually... I think they might go back on that, honestly, because what I'm pretty sure was initially reported was going to happen was that, not next year, but the year after that, right? So, like, when G2 go back down, right? When the first Ascension teams go back down, there was meant to be 2 teams coming up, right? So it was meant to be 1 down, 2 up. So that the number of teams would go up to 13, right? And then it would go up to 14 with the same idea the year after. And then they didn't say what was going to happen after that. I think they might go back on this. I wouldn't be shocked if they just stuck at 12 teams. Because 12 is a nice number. And they're already having schedule issues. Adding more teams only gives you more scheduling issues. Right? Also, esports winter. Like you have to remember, Riot gives a stipend to all the teams. Well, if there's less teams in the league, that's less stipends they have to give out.
Yes, and now
right?
has been able to perform
so
at a level that is closer to it.
That's good.
The team and the game plan of
I'll do a map grid.
Can shine through.
So I wouldn't be.
What is the best player in the league right
now? And that's the.
I wouldn't be surprised to see
is a person who will take over
them just do 1 up, 1 down from then on. Kind of perpetual 1 up, 1 down. So G2 isn't there forever? No, Rizu. The thing is, there's apparently 4-year contracts with the teams that are, you know, the partnership teams apparently have 4-year contracts. Once those 4 years are up, it would not shock me if EG, MIBR, whoever, right, got replaced for G2, you know, whoever the fuck else, right? Like, that would not shock me. Like for a team like G2, like, oh, you've been in the league, you've been a good representative of the league, like that kind of stuff. Like,
just wanted to call out that G2 has been looking amazing.
You know, I'm sure G2 are looking at this as like, hey, look, we are trying. You know, hey, look, people watch our games. Hey, look, people are buying our skin. You know, I'm sure G2 will be bringing, you know, would bring up this stuff to Riot of like, hey, kick out, fuck, no one cares about EG. Get us in the league. It's better for you if we're in the league.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Amazing. Best of luck today.
The handshake.
Why are we doing handshakes now?
Sue has a weak handshake. I need more business from her.
I think it was an imposing handshake, personally. You know, like
Okay,
unassuming
G2 banned
one, so maybe,
Sunset.
you don't wanna-
G2 banned
again, these guys
Sunset.
are probably insured to some degree.
Mimi,
Show me how you do it.
Mimi, give me a good handshake. Oh, ow, stop. How? What the? Come on, man.
HR will hear about this. We'll move right along here. Tex, though, had a fantastic game yesterday. He was incredible, especially
Ban
some of
split.
these individual
Left ban
situations,
split.
clutch moments. in the
They're gonna
mid-rounds.
ban
He's
split.
going up again
Okay.
against his former
Or
teammate.
G2 kick.
Can we drag out the narrative once
Lev
more, folks?
lost
Can we
on
pull out
Lotus
the Tex
yesterday.
versus his
It was a
teammate
very
story once more?
rough Lotus. I'm not sure that's because Lev have a bad Lotus or more so they just played dog shit.
And now we're in a position where
I'm not necessarily sure. But G2, their bind, you know, they beat 100 Thieves. Lev got destroyed by 100 Thieves, so I think bind makes sense. For Lev against G2, they want an Icebox, and Sunset's already gone. So Sunset's the map they've been winning recently. That's
We're
gone.
gonna beat them for tax. It really adds that extra little bit.
Could just
to
go
an act
Ascent.
in terms of motivation to beat your friends.
Map
to
that
beat
G2
your
just
former
got rolled
teammates,
on.
But also adds a little more context, right?
Could
You
go
played with
Icebox.
Valent for a long time. You know how this guy calls. You know your former teammates.
G2 aren't bad at
tendencies.
Icebox
It really
either.
puts a little extra spice on any match.
And truthfully, the advantage there lies
I think
with
they're gonna
Tex,
go
because,
Ascent.
yeah, you know, Valen can know how the enemy Sentinel player likes to map,
And then
play their match, but
we
really
get
knowing how
G2
Cal likes to
banning
call
Breeze.
is a way bigger advantage in my opinion.
Yeah,
Lev
and what
will
his systems are like
ban
and what it felt like to fit into that.
And even when things change, there's
Lotus,
still like
and we
fundamental
play
similarities and tendencies that you can't like break.
Yeah, you can't. They're immutable, I think, after some point. Tex had a great showing against G2, but a lot of them were eco frags, right? There were a lot of rads where I'm pretty sure his team was just like, go run, go get them, you know, like get as many as you can.
But you can, I mean, see this tweet from Valen too, like continuing that this is a friendly rivalry, saying that like we'll get you next time, Ian, who's of course Tex, right? It goes both ways.
You know him like that?
I don't know him like that, but Valen knows him like that. And it's also motivation for G2 to come back and win this one after losing that group stage.
What am I
match to
doing?
the
I'm
guy who
streaming.
went
What
off
do you
to
mean,
Lev.
Nick?
And we don't, like, we've had, like, differing sort of, I guess, reports about, like, how the departure for
They
Tex
don't
went,
ban
but it definitely
Breeze.
seems
I mean,
like
they've
there's
banned
friendly
Breeze, I'm
rivalry.
pretty sure,
But
on a
I
lot
noticed
of
that
the
Tex
game.
didn't want to play up this storyline. It was King
Let's
that
check.
was like,
G2.
oh, no, we're doing this for
Ban
Tex.
Breeze.
He's like,
G2.
Don't worry about it.
Ban Breeze.
Right? That, like,
G2.
even if it is a small thing, you're just like bringing up the
C9 ban
energy,
Breeze for
bringing
them.
up like that motivation
G2 ban
to
Breeze. So
win.
the
I
team
think
that
that's sick.
I mean, if you
oh,
think
it's
about it, too,
it's a
it was
fucking best
yesterday
of
King
5.
having to beat some of his friends, former
I
teammates
see what
on
you
one
mean.
through.
They don't ban Breeze
Exactly.
because they don't
And now
pick
today it's
Breeze
Tex's turn, so it goes all the way around.
because
Hey,
they
if make it
pick
tomorrow-
It's just ghosts of their past.
Icebox.
Who's tomorrow?
Tomorrow, it's Con versus
And then
Boostio.
Lev
It doesn't get any
pick
better than that.
It is like a cascade of...
not
it's like
Lotus.
the
Lotus is
Grim
map
Reaper with
5.
the doors in the
No,
middle
they
of the way.
pick
Can't help me.
Lotus.
Right, so let's
All
hear-
their friends are
Icebox
behind
is
the
still
doors.
map 5.
That's not okay,
We
man.
just swap
It's just
this. They pick
representations of them,
Lotus.
you know, it's just ecto players.
You
But
pick
I'm
Breeze.
curious to hear how Tex himself actually
And we
feels
play
about
Ice.
today's matchup. So let's hear from him with
I
some
see.
more.
I see, said the blind man.
Good morning, Tex. Today you're going to be facing your former team, and last time around it was a victory for your side, 2-1. When I spoke to them earlier today, they mentioned that they think it's going to be a very different game this time around, so what do you have to say to that?
I think it'll be more exciting. It's playoffs now, so the pressure will be on them, and I'm happy to see how they do.
Sounds good. Best of luck today.
No handshake.
Okay, always understated. That's Tex for you, but he's definitely, of course, looking forward to the opportunity to be in our mid-season playoffs grand finals. But let's move across the aisle. Let's talk about G2, because they eliminated Cloud9, who were looking extremely promising, and sent Crew packing to the lower bracket, who were then dealt with by Leviathan. But this team couldn't take on 100 Thieves, even though this bind showing from G2 was spectacular.
Yeah, I think they had a really good game plan playing up
Your
against
Sporkle
100
quiz
Thieves.
whilst we wait.
100 Thieves comp is built around these defensive flood retakes and mid-round reclears with the double initiator utility coming in. G2 did a really good job of
I actually think I'm
calling
changing
balls
this
into the
again.
mid-round once they
I
started
think
this
Lev
side
will
hit
pick
to actually
Icebox.
take the time, have a player set up an anti-flash, break both those
And
pieces
Breeze
of
map
utility,
5.
and then continue that brawl. And with the players, the form that they're currently in, they were winning that really consistently.
S
So you have
logos
to credit
close
Talon
up.
for taking that over the
Subway.
line, beating 100 Thieves on their best map.
Subaru.
But it went over to Spiked, and then
Starbucks.
the tie
Snickers.
But they were the only team to be able to beat 100 Thieves over on Bind,
Don't
which
know.
is massive. And I think so
Don't know.
much of that comes down to
Don't
the fact
know.
they're able to do
Don't know.
Valen as
Shell.
well. leading the charge here.
Saints.
When you have not just beating 100 Thieves on that bind map, but
Steam.
also the series against Crew,
Sprite.
absolutely
Swansea.
Crew on Icebox by playing this heavy flood style, not allowing, again, the strengths of that comp they were playing against to shine. So much of their game plan is built around what their opponents want to do, and that's why they're so lethal, especially coming into a second showing against this LEV team.
Oh, what's this one here? Not Superman. 100 Thieves were not what the fuck's this?
Proactivity, like on purpose, they were giving up the map. Not
What the fuck is that? I don't know what this is. Out
I don't
with
walk away with that feeling as negative about G2. I think they had the right read, but 100 Thieves honestly changing that. Going for the less proactive stuff, adapting from their bind loss. The question today, because I have a lot of faith in G2 having good game plans.
What's this one? This one is annoying me.
There's a lot more kind of moments you have to prep
I know this one.
And also as we get deeper
This.
I think there's going to be a lot more.
I'm gonna guess this is a car company, but what car company? S.
That's always the
Subaru.
This Valen mastermind game, like, is it? Are you maneuver enough to pivot off of these game plans you come into the series with?
I think you are, because even if you look at how G2 were playing in kickoff,
this Christmas tree, no idea. This, no idea. These might be too American for me. I don't know. Why is it a stop sign with a tree in it? What could that even mean? This one, I feel like I do know. This one, maybe, and this one, I do know. The swan, I mean, what can this be? Other than a swan. It must be swan song.
You brought it up. We talked about it. What is different here with a best of 5
Sony.
as opposed to a best of 3? Because you talked about it, like, you know, G2 and Leviathan last time they played, there was a spooky breeze that was in the map pool. Now we have 5 maps to play. Does that affect a team with like the slightly weaker map pool overall? Like, what are the other big differences here?
I think it's really like we've been talking about.
Seinfeld is what that one is.
About adapting
Don't know why that took me so long.
And also a big question about the mental. There's going to be maps where you're not as prepped for, where you're at a big disadvantage in, because it's just really tough to have a super solid 5-map pool and have good prep. You're almost never going to be winning a 3-0.
Some like throwaway maps in here.
It's possible, and I think it's always about kind of how you recover back from those moments and how the team sticks around. Both these teams have proven to have.
Sob, it was a car company. Shimano, don't know that.
The G2 Core has played a lot of them. That Ascension game went the distance. Leviathan as well.
How many of you got this?
But that team is a core.
Hanford.
So that is going to be something a little bit new.
I would say though that when I look at these two teams,
Samsonite, Supreme, and that's the San Antonio Spurs and Survivor. How many of you got Sporkle?
Less, I think, reliant on their initial game plan coming in, and so much more about freeing up where can
the Spurs. That's where I know that from.
Looking for the weaknesses in the armor of the team he's playing against and taking.
What do these do?
G2 coming with very strong.
Is Stanford just the fucking university?
Like, very important maps, some must-win maps.
These timeouts are going to matter.
Samsonite, Shimano. This I've heard the name of. What do they do? Vodka or something? A drink?
Alright guys, welcome. As you know, GT will have higher seed going into this. Would you like Team A or Team B?
Team A.
GT will pick Team A. LEV, you will be Team B. G2, you will have
Samsonite, a suitcase?
We'll ban Sunset.
G2 ban Sunset.
We ban.
What would you like to ban?
We ban Split.
LEV ban Split. And GT, you have first map pick.
We'll pick Bind.
G2 pick Bind. And would you like attack or defense?
Attack.
LEV pick attack. And what map would you like?
Breeze.
LEV pick Breeze. And would you like attack or defense?
Defense.
G2 pick defense. And you'll have another map pick.
We'll pick Icebox.
G2 pick Icebox. And would you like attack or defense?
Attack.
LEV pick attack. And you have another map pick.
Lotus.
LEV pick Lotus. And would you like attack or defense?
Attack.
G2 pick attack. Alright guys, the side map is going to be Ascent, and LEV, you will have side select for it.
Defense.
LEV pick defense.
Never believing in this fraud analyst again. Brippy, I swear I've made you rich over the years.
I don't know about you guys, but Icebox
our logos close up.
3 and 4 are the most compelling to me because Bind and Breeze seem like
Rolex,
these teams like
Red Bull,
in a way, ones that their opponents don't really have as much game time on.
I honestly expect this one to go 5 maps.
Ooh, what's this one?
That Bind and Icebox are both
Dunno.
good strongholds for G2, where I feel really confident in their game plan, in how the players are stepping up on those maps.
Ralph
which means
Lauren.
get a sense,
No?
in which case I think that just in terms of the players on the team setting up Icebox and also the previous results, Leviathan is super favored.
Yeah, I'm for sure expecting Lev on Breeze and Icebox. I think the must wins for G2. That's funny. Good job, Bren.
Don't know what this next one is.
Wait, what is that?
Red Wings?
Is that you?
That
Renault?
Why am I
That's
a child?
That's a pretty current picture, right?
So the photo they took of me yesterday was from 4 years ago, and that was, I think, from like 20 years ago. So
yeah, but that's what you look like now.
My vote is Leviathan, and I think G2 absolutely must win Bind and Icebox.
What are these called?
Icebox has been looking good. Lev's hasn't, but that's one that I do think still could go Lev's way and would skew.
Is that? Am I making this up?
I wouldn't want to trust the child, but I do agree that Lev's pretty favored here.
I can't believe I just
got done with that. What is that?
Trustworthy about,
I have no idea what this one is.
Guileless,
oh, maybe I do.
Like that actually makes you far more relatable.
I'm not sure.
That's great. All right, you've seen our predictions.
Ray-Ban?
Everybody has their idea of who's going to take this away, but it's time for us to just get this best of 5 series underway. The winner's going to run it back and face 100,000 in the grand final
Cincinnati
tomorrow.
Reds.
It's G2 versus Leviathan, VCT American.
Okay, we'll mute for the songs. What are the hotel called? I don't know the surf shop one. How is it not? Is it Ralph Lauren? It's Lauren.
Sorry, Duck. Here in the UK, that would be said as Ralph Lauren.
What's this little circle one? I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna type in Roblox. No. This little cartwheel thing, don't know, or this little wheel thing, don't know. Something to do with the sea, I guess. The hotels are gonna this hotel one's gonna annoy me. Radisson. What did I put? Radillon? Radisson. No idea what this is. Red Lobster. Reuters. And Ron John Surf Shop. Not a lot of surfing here in the middle of the fucking UK. Gonna be real with you. Nice try. P logos.
Arena, welcome everyone.
Pringles. Puma. Porsche. Pepsi. PayPal. Oh, what's this? Don't know. Next one's PlayStation. Playboy. Pizza Hut. Pinterest? How do you spell it? Pinterest? PSG? Post-it? Billy's? Panda Express? Packers? Paramount? Papa John's? No? It must be a drinks company just based off this, but... Pellegrini. Don't know what this is. This looks like a sports team. And this looks like a car company. Porsche. Car companies beginning with P. Fuck. This one I don't know. Should I know it? I don't know. At first I thought it was like Heinz or something, but I don't know. This, I don't know. And this is some kind of drink that maybe I know, but maybe I don't. Peugeot. Pennzoil. The New Orleans Pelicans, of course. Perrier. Perrier.
To compete in this league, and now they are fighting for their right to compete to be the best in this league.
Yeah, the Pelicans should have got that
really.
really.
To a new team. This Leviathan squad was always hammered as the super team. The squad expected to dominate in Americas, and they've had a run back.
What's my favorite make of car? I'm not a big car person. I just buy a car as long as it works. It's fine.
BO5s if they want that title heading into the global event.
Kickoff saw neither of these teams look particularly
one more? These are the kind of quizzes that I think people like because everyone kind of knows some of them. Let's do T logos close up. Holy shit. Taco Bell? What's the second one? I don't know that second one. Twitter?
Always surprised that a lot of people didn't think that this core would
Toyota. What? I do know this one.
Against the other top squads in that event. Then
Hinda?
they come into Americas. They look
Mexico?
People don't think they're going to make playoffs. Don't
Twitch?
think they're going to contend. But they've beaten through all of that and now have a chance to make their first
I don't know what that one
in
is.
the tier 1 in years.
What's that? Well, it's a pizza company because it says pepperoni. It looks like. I don't know a pizza company beginning with this though. Tesla? Titans?
But now up against the
Isn't that
best
fucking...
duelist player
What the
in
fuck?
league.
This is the
Facing
fucking
Ospas is always
Toblerone.
going to be tough. He
Toblerone.
destroyed them when they played in week 3. But this
Tivo.
team has leveled up since
Texas
then and
Tech.
have 5 maps to try and change that score.
This is going to be a series that will expose every
Don't know this bottom left one,
like
or the one next to it, or the one next to it again. TikTok and the Detroit Tigers.
We have a matchup now with Ospas, one of the most unpredictable.
This is a tree.
Alongside one of the most
Tree of
unpredictable
life.
teams when it comes to how they want to play out their rounds versus G2, a team coming in with heavy prep. The only
What are
team to
you?
take bind away from 100 Thieves. They are
Tide.
going to be challenged
It's a
today.
Tide ad.
Find answers
That's where
for
we don't
the
have
game
Tide
plan,
here,
and
but
also
or maybe we do, but I don't know.
Thrived in this week
Well,
last
you
year.
I recognize as
A
well.
lot of time to game plan when Josh
What are you?
and Fallon can take those moments to come up
I know
with the
this one.
best
These
game
two I
after
don't
game
know.
plan, day
This
after day,
these
and it's a very different match. We're in danger
This is a
of
pizza
like
company,
Vermont,
but I don't know
it's
who it
icy,
is.
locking in the rays. This is a
These
chance
I
to
don't know.
start
This one I
against
have
Ospas,
seen
who
for
has
sure.
proven to be so talented on that agent.
It's a great first
Tostitos,
for G2
Timberland,
here, coming out hot
High Airways. Yeah, I
just
wasn't gonna.
yesterday. Again,
Temper
looking at some of those
Pedic
tempo changes
and
within the
Tabasco.
round. They were also showing a lot of flank looks
Oh, is it
on
not
defense, trying to disrupt the post plants by wrapping around on their opposition. These are all things that
Yeah, it looks like a fucking pizza company. Come on. You try and fucking tell me this doesn't look like a pizza company. I just saw I saw Pep and thought, oh well, it's just fucking pepperoni pizza, isn't it? Tabitha's pepperoni pizza. That would have been my guess.
A lot of these like proactive extremity control looks when they're on defense, and I think G2 have proved really solid ideas of how they play this map. Fallon in particular, who you see on that brim, his mid-rounding has been excellent on this attack side.
Do the British not have target? Oh, did I miss target?
We haven't seen much of them at all. I mean, they did slam NRG
No, we don't have target.
stage 1 on this map.
Oh,
13-4.
yeah, that was
They
this
went
one.
up against
No, we
100
don't have
they
target.
fell much the same way that
We don't have
many
Walmart
other
either.
victims had. They got 3 rounds against them on this map.
Walmart
And as you
own.
mentioned,
Which
they're
one do
going up
Walmart
against
own?
a team who was
Do they own
able to
Asda?
concoct a strategy to bring that team down on bind. I can't feel like they're favored here.
You can't, but there's the question of how much work have they actually been putting into this map, right? When you come into best of 5s, there's a lot of unknowns.
This is a best of 5, like you said, and so get some snacks, folks, and settle in for the long haul.
Who doesn't
Here's
love
Brand's
Tabitha's
sideshow
pepperoni only
with
pizza
map
show?
number 1.
Chill out.
Let's get this game started here in the lower bracket finals of our mid-season playoffs here in the
Why are all of Sideshow's jumpers? One, why are they wearing jumpers in May in LA?
and the series overall. What are we
Or is
expecting from
I need Elevated to tell me. Is it like, has anyone been to the Americas thing? Is it like American cinemas where it's fucking air conditioned to be really cold?
Yeah, and on one side you have a super team, a team that was built at the beginning of the year to win international tournaments. Never mind
Jumpers ain't no way.
On the other side you have our team in Americas coming through Ascension. So you would think that there's
What do you want me?
a
Sweaters.
favorite here.
They're sweaters.
Despite the fact that it was only you, Bren, that believed in G2 out of our people here on the broadcast team, I think G2 have got a good shot here because their permaban is Sunset, which is one of Leviathan's best maps. And maps like this one on Bind, Lev have said they have an incredible map here. But actually, the match results favor G2, and we'll see them go into the pistol with a 4-player stack on A.
It's G2 who are the ones who put up the big results.
Okay, Lev.
Now they're going to be tested once more in some way or form, running forwards and past Aspas. Vulnerable up just from the snake bite.
So I mean, G2 very good idea of what was going on. I would suspect that G2 might be good at the start and fade away. Because this is the map that obviously they picked first, so they're gonna have a lot of prep for. They maybe expect it if they expected the Breeze pick, or maybe even the Icebox pick. You know, I would expect them to be pretty good on their map picks. Like just straight away, the prep, 4 players on A.
But G2 will take it. Another one of Valen's excellent reads when it comes down to rounds like this. We saw in that game against 100 Thieves so many times that he had a fantastic read of what was going on in the game. Yes, they weren't able to pull it over the line in the end.
LEV are a one-man team though. LEV are a one-man team when they're playing bad, not when they're playing well.
For the tier 1 level.
Yeah, it's been going strength to strength. Another big major test in the form of Leviathan, right? I mean, when they're going up against Cloud9 and
Thoughts on Jolly Jumper?
Sort of match the same
I don't know what Jolly Jumper is.
Teams, both of them.
What the fuck are you talking
Star
about?
Players in, take good fights together, make sure the discipline was on display.
I could use with a quick 3-0 here, so whoever wins map 1, could you just do me the favor of fucking winning 2 and 3 too, so I can watch Paper Rex tomorrow.
I find, you know, you've got to ask past this superstar player that they are going to have to keep in mind. But LEV are also pretty good in terms of just making sure that they don't leave any big gaps in their play. Now, the game plan for LEV here on the Eco is to just try and farm up some of those orbs, but the Outlaw just making short work of these Leviathan players. Good connection there with a dog, the mosh pit. From forced to just peek wide out into the open.
That's so nice from Trent as well. Great angle through the wall there with his mosh.
Okay, pretty clean there. They pick up the Outlaw as well.
Last time we saw them on Bind with their win over 100.
Who's gonna win Eurovision? Oh, right, yeah. If anyone spoils Eurovision, you will be straight banned. I'm not even timing you out. You will be straight banned.
Which is a very common approach for teams. It's just one that 100 Thieves.
Because I haven't watched any of it, and I'm watching it on Monday, and so you will be straight banned.
Outlaw still on board, but no light armor for Leviathan. So coming into this one, a bonus round.
Who cares? I care.
Lev have got a very large rifle advantage.
Because I don't want to be swayed. I want to make my own rankings. I don't want to know. I'll probably see it tomorrow anyway, to be fair. But you know, I don't want to know. I want to be surprised.
This is looking like a read. G2 have not.
Okay, not a great buy. I mean, we are really full saving here, right? We've got Leaf with a ton of creds.
But they are aware of their opponents. They've played them before.
Des was mentioning that, right? Just lack of time to really prep.
Getting the 4-stack on A.
Playing the matches back to back. Trailblazer will clear the way. And
They've seen absolutely fucking nothing. They might suspect that this is kind of a double stack.
But it actually didn't tell them the site was completely empty. Obviously, from our perspective, we can see it's only Valen home on the B site. But he's not calling the rotates based off that. He's sticking to his gut. May end up being the wrong call, though, because it looks like LEV are about to explode from hookah.
As soon as the wall goes down, it's going to give them the indicator. Just send it all the way forwards. Will be an easy plant.
And to be honest with you, this should be an easy round. Be on Bind, very difficult. It's all about this hookah fight.
Oh, and the crossfire setup.
Okay, should be pretty clean now for LEV.
Have to really just spell, swayed any other attempt here by G2. Of course, the weaker weaponry, they are going to want to send it. But at this point, just playing
they're just gonna die to the spike. That's wrong.
It would be good at least to do some damage here. We've got Jonah kind of backing off, like really, really far away.
He's saving a bulldog.
Is he trying to save the bulldog in this spot? Or is he just looking for exits over towards B long? He does have a little bit of time.
Might be able to catch some players over towards the B long angle, but yeah, final go of things here for the G2 players.
Yeah, to be honest, that's almost almost worst of both worlds. You don't get an opportunity really to send it on the retake and do damage.
Oh, guns to be claimed. All right, there's plenty of them. Plenty of them. Jonah P even surviving until the tail end of the moment.
Okay, I guess it's not that bad. He also gets his ult.
All right, so fair enough there. That round-the-world play from Jonah P does actually end up with some success towards the end of things. But Leviathan, that one was a little bit of a weird round for them because G2 gambled so heavily on their defense side. But, Brent, speaking about gambling super heavily,
they're just going beat 4 on B again.
The same 4-1 stack on the defense side, just the other way around. And the economy is actually fairly equal. You would not expect this kind of setup. Valen's starting to drift over towards
Valen
A.
just puts
It
a
looks
smoke
like
down
Valen's
on B.
expecting a fast B rush, and now that it doesn't come through, goes back into more of a standard setup.
Comes back. Over the top, Trailblazer forwards. They've already taken lamp control with a mosh pit. Aspas, he's eager now to draw some blood. There's one player left to stand his ground. It's
I got
the
both.
RGL.
Wow.
That's so good. He's playing anti-flash inside their own smoke.
Backbone of this team, and they've waited right into the nest that is Leaf. Already set up towards the hookah angle. Tex has got the spike in his back pocket, but a position recognized there to see he can point them towards it, and G2 feel it from Valen's positioning there, just backing away to double face.
Okay, Valen with a big round. G2, 3-1. No spike, probably going to be a Nico here for Lev.
Remember, they stacked 4 players B at the start of the round, thinking that Lev were going to send a fast hit in that direction. So they weren't set up as the perfect A defense.
Yeah.
But to still anticipate a backside flash there, be playing inside the smoke towards spawn.
What happened to BCJ? BCJ plays for M80, no?
Really is. It's going to knock the economy of Lev early on.
So Icy goes for the
Last
outlaw.
time we saw Lev, only able to pick up a mere handful of rounds in their game against 100 Thieves. So we are expecting
games
G2
now.
to be, I mean, in my opinion, fairly heavily favored to make a good beginning in this series. And it's on Lev to prove that wrong.
Again, Valen, well, had to hold his own there. Alone
Now they
through the lamps
explode.
angle.
Party will be for nothing.
Sorry with the 50 bits.
So,
Do you play Valor in a different language, TMV?
No.
Plan goes down now for Lev. Any sort of denial? Nade rebounds. I mean, that is wild. Unfortunate as well to a degree. Maybe not enough to actually even prevent the plan, but still going for the stray shot, hearing and knowing, expecting Aspas onto that spot. Jonah P is alone here, waiting for the thrash now to see if he can take the fight forwards into Lamps. Connection, detainment needs to be covered and defended. King does his job and does it well. Icy just trying to aim towards the back. These players looking away from him, and a call is made by Lev. They want to refight this one. Straight into Lamps, doubled up now. And what is the call
Oh,
here
Leaf with 2.
Already just picking them apart from behind, but one player to stand is Trent. And time is against them with the molly onto the spider.
Okay, big win for Lev, just coming off the back. Aspas, they just walk up. Get a kill on Valen.
G2 Leviathan answer back on a thrifty round of all things. Aspas opening it up.
They'll retake
With
that.
the team not exploding down short, but just contacting behind.
Yeah, he
King's
used
utility.
nade, didn't he?
And then
Used nade.
that pressure onto the plant getting messed up by IC didn't really find very much value from
Playing
the
to your wing
outlaw.
conditions, right? Just send Aspas in with a
Ended up
Guardian.
being a little awkward for G2.
He gets the kill.
One of the things that we've noticed
Win the
this
round.
team is excellent at, what has
Play
defined
to your
them in
wing
their run
con.
through the playoffs, is their ability to play tight together.
Yeah.
There was only one player.
Every time out
pushing
G2, I
Lamps
mean,
off
they've
the
been going
back
for
of
these
his
big
rash.
stacks, and
IC
they've been
wasn't
guessing
looking at the
wrong a bit.
outlaw. Leaf was on the flank. It felt disjointed to me. The
Perhaps
timing
I
did
was expecting
not
just a
feel
ton of fast, like
he was
noisy
going to
hits.
grant them success. So we've got a fairly even game, and G2 taking quite an early tag time out here after only 5 rounds.
I don't really know what there is to read in terms of
How am I today?
this one, but G2 are a team that
I'm
they like
okay.
to do their homework. They like to do the preparation into their opponents.
I noticed, kid, that when
and
it's
the
late
argument,
for
I mean, how
you,
much
you
can actually
always start
counter-strike
talking
an
about
anti?
people
We've only been given a
sleeping.
day.
I think you're trying to
Chances
tell
are
us
not
something.
Too much. But,
You start
it's clear
putting
that G2
eeping
do
with a
have the right
carrot in
reads
the
just from how
chat
they've
quite
been
a
playing
lot.
early on. I mean, a lot of those 4-1 defaults that you were pointing out on the defense, that's unusual, right? You don't want to be spreading out your players to that degree to make one side so much more weaker unless you've got a real heavy read, and it hasn't been paying off for them.
One of the other things that you can use those 4-1
What is
defensive
eeping with a
setups for
carrot?
is that you're probably
It's a
gonna
little
end up
picture of a
playing,
cat
retake
sleeping with a carrot.
when your opponents have heavy ultimates anyway. For example, now that Tex has the Thrash, you either have to fight it before he gets in position, which is what they're about to do towards Sand, or you give it up.
It's going to be this clash occurring.
They know that he's going to be thrashing from sand. It's the most common position for the Gecko ult.
And he's going to be alone when he's doing it still. He's just holding it with the rifle in play. Tex, he just bats them away. Eventually traded, but seriously, the damage is done.
Out as well.
Seekers have to be offloaded here.
I'll tell them no one on site.
Clear out a path into the side. Aspas with a lovely movement, but just can't quite land those shots towards it still.
Trent.
Impeccable with the flash into the back.
Trent.
That's monstrous from him. Just exits out of it and even expects where King is going to be lurking his way back into the fight. And the fray, but the movement does him justice.
1v1.
King surviving, it brings it into the 1v1. He just doesn't know where Icy is.
And he's worried that Icy might be on top of the spike already. King re-clearing. You know, fully thinking that it's possible even that this fountain area could be compromised.
God, imagine if he went for the full
Does
flank.
Icy have eyes on the spike? Did he go for that deep peek over towards and spot out that it was there? He must know that it got dropped. But it doesn't look like he wants to really take the fight.
No.
He's certainly does not know that that spike is still down. He's wondering about King.
He's so worried.
30 seconds left.
We're at the 50 seconds mark when, you know, King got it down into this 1v1 now. And the more the time just gets bled off the clock. Nerves settling in at the back of Icy's mind.
But Icy's got such great utility for this as well. When King goes for plant, Icy can try to nade. The time is weak. He's got Boombot to allow himself to get back in as well. The nade could just deny this.
Yeah, but I don't think Icy knows he's planting there. He's holding, spotted, King. Look at the draw with surviving now on a slight jump spot. Still the Boombot in his hands. Util spotting him now. Flying forwards and careening, but the rifles are going to have to do the job with the Sancho to set it up. Icy. It's beautiful play.
The util usage was good in the end there. I was a little concerned. The swing, it took him a couple of aim resets to be able to get the kill onto King. Almost offered the IGL of LEV a chance to get back into that one. But good work from the duelist of G2 closing things up. Lest we forget,
so because King's planted CT, he kind of can't leave, right?
Play to try to deny the thrash.
Maybe he could have tried to get on top of.
Great job at dispelling, and then the Gecko on the other side of things pulls out magic. Oh, yeah. That spray transfer.
But yeah, that's what won the round.
And it was Trent that saved G2 in the game on Bind against 100 Thieves as well. They won, but on their defense side, Trent pulled out magic for them.
Okay, LEV still have a buy. They have 3 ults. They kind of must use them all here, I would say.
Maybe that's the key to victory for a team like G2. A little bit of those hero plays, individuals stepping up. Thrash now finally being utilized. Clears the way through, eventually broken. It was vulnerable in the process. Now Aspas does have a showstopper. Available in his back pocket. Now going to be choosing to send it.
What a shot by LEV.
Of the sky, but he does go 1-for-1 with the mosh pit following through. There's no attempt of a flood. He's shut down in a moment with the orbital strike. Backing away. I see this fuse running out, running dry. Has to send it. Flying towards the back wall, but it's just making a bit of a racket. Not touch. More by
he's walked down.
Okay, the rifle still. Valen creeping his way forwards into the 1v1, but he doesn't expect it.
Oh, nice try by Valen, but that's a big win for Mazzino.
IGL.
Probably be an eco for G2 now.
Nice try by Valen, but it's a Smokes player on the other side that gets the job done. Not only winning the 1v1, but also getting that orbital strike to deny Icy's showstopper. G2's method of defending B has been to pop through the teleport. This great shot to make things possible for G2. But when Icy's ult gets denied, that's G2's setup kind of broken. But they're going for...
Now, they did use their ults there, so G2 now have an ult advantage to try and get back into it.
Those hookah players and reinforce the B defense.
Sometimes I wonder, like, if you're in this situation but you have a big ult advantage, should you just
looking at the money, they know
force?
But it's still not resulting. King being ready enough for that.
But you know what I mean? Like, should you just force anyway, like with their money low, and just say, fuck it, with 3 ults we can still win, you know, you can buy, right? Like, oh, we've got, you know, 2 rifles, you just fucking get a judge and play for your pit, you know, we'll play for all these ults.
Still holding the util. Spots him at a jump and, well, pays for it with his life.
I mean, that is true contacting.
Yeah, that is.
Real no indicator whatsoever. Aspas is gliding.
With your Viper dead walking down here, it's kind of maybe the last thing you would expect,
honestly. Right at the beginning is offset nicely.
Here comes Jonah P on the flank. Possibly too late.
About to get pinched here, I see.
You've got to expect it here with these weapons. I mean, Mazzino's already wrapping all the way around. I know that Icy's here.
Aspas just kills him anyway.
Backup plan would have in the form of Mazzino, Mosh Pit, Leaf. Just hoping that they just try and take away, potentially hunting for some eco kills.
I mean, surely Mosh is gelatinous. He should be slipping through those vents. Shouldn't be lingering on the floor. Jonah P's position, though, very reminiscent of what Leaf went for early on. I think probably something like round 3 or 4, where he was going for that flank retake setup.
Yeah.
But the problem is that while G2 is still being able to find the timings to push out on defense from B, they're so late that they've lost.
Is that Sideshow trying to get gelatinous into the thing?
So both round 3 and round 8,
Because that's IGL King.
G2 on the defense side has pushed out B. They've just been too late to short. What a beautiful call, though. That's a fantastic call by King, or possibly Com on the side of Lev, to go for that pure contact reclear of short.
Yeah. Nice audible.
Yeah, knowing that after you fight over it with the eco early
Again,
round,
like,
they're not likely
kind
to
of
still
must
be set
use
up.
ults now.
We see Trent doing that kind
I
of ping
wonder
pong
if that is
setup
the better
in
way of
spawn.
playing it.
He's just going to follow the noise.
When we have like 3 big ults. Just saying fuck
Dog
it.
showers pulls him towards A, but we can see the main body of Lev.
Put the judge here
trending
with
towards
the
B, and
long hold.
Trent's going to get his
Or you can
steps
put it
in
here.
here. Just kind of jogging from side to side.
Remote for this.
Trying to be wherever the action might be. With Aspas making all this noise as well. Slight feeling Mosh Pit. That's going to be sent straight. Clearing a little bit. Maybe a miss. I'm not too sure, but it will clear the corner.
That's the lineup that they go for.
Nade as well. Aspas straight in there. I mean, this guy's like a rocket. Sending himself flying. Orbital strike. It's going to be used to try and push them back. And at least Mazzino does actually go down to it somehow. Pit, though, has to be dropped here by King. Choking out this potential play here, but with Com on the lurk as well. Always be flanking, rolling back the years.
Problem is, he's going to run into the
dagger
pit.
in the back of these players. Now the pit is going to be cutting off that sightline and angle.
And they've actually gone all the way through elbow, so Com's flank is just going to reconnect with King, and they'll shake hands in the pit and reunite to play postman together.
But that does give them information, right? They know that they've both gone here.
You've got to know that they've contacted through with a Dizzy and a flash. It's all combined.
Flash
a double
together.
Flash play. They know where the last is. Valen can't overcome
Well played.
that one.
Well played by Lev.
I like these moments that Lev find to force the fight. Even though in theory, you could just hold there and play inside the pit. But what they do really nicely, and one of the big reasons they got past Crew to this point, to Shanghai, is because they find moments of calm to suddenly double flash and fight you. Drop a Viper wall, take contact. They're not afraid to brawl at times, and I think that's a big strength of Lev.
Need real clear communication, I think, as well, to pull stuff like that off just in the moment.
Now remember, our expectations for this map were that G2 were probably going to be the favored team, partly by using 100 Thieves as a measuring stick. But it could well be that G2's success there was based more on anti-ing than being incredible on this map, or perhaps we're just underrating the way that Lev are playing based on some poor results prior. Because they're looking to get themselves up to a fairly nice advantage here on their attack side.
That's visceral. The dog just flying towards your face here, regaining control towards B long, and again the call to just contact up. This time though, there's no weapons in place. In charge, so Jonah P moving toward them. Kind of a gliding play here by Aspas, seeking to re-link up with the rest of his team with a nade. Rebounding ICs, forced out wide.
Good nade. I mean, Aspas with a
dropping the player.
Great nade into the.
Now with another heavy flank occurring by Trent.
Another heavy flank, but another
Into the
late
nade,
flank
into the
as well.
swing.
Look at the timing of this. It's not early in the round.
Again, we're back
Tex is
on an
already
eco.
for sure
I feel like
thinking
we've
about
had
it.
this ult for a
And the
while.
flanker, once more, is the
This
last
is not an
player
ult.
alive before they're even in position. The timing is off in these kind of plays.
Yes, they're just off. That's a good way of putting it. Like,
to get a read on a team like
you know,
Thieves,
we just aren't getting the right round plans, right? We
all in
just,
on one side of the map.
whatever that first fight is
Actually
happening, we're not winning it. We're not coming out on top in that first kind of engagement. The first skirmish of the round is going Lev's way, it feels like, and then we just can't find a way to capitalize.
To get the read on where they're ending. Also thrown in the more contacting play around the map too. I think Valen here is finding it more difficult to figure out where Lev are ending, and that's making these defensive pushes less useful. You got to throw it in.
Back to me. Yeah, just look how spread out Lev are with the attack side calling. Slight default, make some noise over towards B.
But this
Make
time
some
they
noise,
actually
but we
haven't
have a
pushed Leaf off the
3-stack A.
B-long angle. And
Tex
that
says ult,
flash from
Aspas
Jonah
1-0.
P, they know it's not B. So this time G2 should have the read. This is ending A. They should be able to get 4 players there in time.
Pop flash to clear through. Orb still up though. Thrash is going to be used. It's going to slow them all the way down. Entertainment onto the 2. Targets.
Wow, they get super aggro. Now, Aspas does have ult.
Not overextending themselves. G2, make sure they play with a little bit more discipline here because they are aware, at least of the fact Aspas still holding on to the showstopper. Trailblazer use to clear through.
Any pivot through the teleporter is going to be cleaned up by Leaf, potentially. But
They're
Lev
gonna
getting
walk
back over
Aspas make
B.
some noise, take
Yeah, because they're
TP.
worried that people could be pushed. You know, they're clearing positions where defenders could be tucked.
And Aspas not able to remove the last one as well. Just hears it just moving past, and that is a pretty massive play, and it's caused the rotation. Look at that, Jonah P makes his way over towards B.
It's not bad aim, by the way. Those are invisible if they are attacking your teammate.
Yeah, it just looks like he's smurfing, but not the case. However, luck of the draw for G2, they might have just found themselves, at least with 2 players onto the right side. So making its way forwards with only 12 seconds left. Pop flash through and around. Time is working against them again. Aspas, it's initiating factor. This guy is now finally being shut down. And with barely any time left available, Com just can't get it done. There's no easy fight for him to take. So G2 realized that one, backing away, winning the round out just through that time.
And what is the difference in this round? It's the fact that the G2 players on B could clear out and get good negative info. With Leaf Jiggle.
Okay, they finally used the Gecko ult. Turns out it can be quite good. That was a nice little response. Okay, we are one off a couple big ults here for Lev. It's last round. Could get some fight over some ult orbs. What are we gonna?
They knew it was gonna be an A hit.
Ball stack here, try and get this Raze ult.
Once G2 have an understanding,
they're gonna try and come for the shower ult or probably go for the Seekers
this time, though,
into a Brim plant.
They've misread the situation, but they always have the opportunity to pop through the teleport. And Icy can get the showstopper online here to make this really annoying for the Showers players.
This could be hella risky though. They don't actually have prior Showers control, but it looks like they want to send
the dog. He's gonna ult.
Right from behind as well. Rockets for a rocket exchange of that firepower. But it's Icy who's the one who does come up with the kill. Maybe a little bit more, and his flashes in play. King, they know he's there to Dizzy. Already isolated that position, just firing off that stray shot. Mazzino!
Oh!
Mazzino!
Has ult.
What is that? From the brink. A chance to salvage the round. He's got here in Icy's position. He's got the orbital.
Oh, he just couldn't get away.
Oh, clipped to the back of the head there by Valen.
That is the tiniest of a pixel angle that Valen just hit.
Oh, that would have been so sick.
Mazzino has ult online in a 1v1 where Valen's only 30 health. Outrageous from both Brim players. Mazzino, of course, doing the most to make that winnable. But Valen had a very slim chance there of making it easy for himself. Otherwise, it would have been a nightmare 1v1 to win.
Yeah. Mazzino just tucked himself over.
Look at that!
Is ridiculous.
Look at this is what I'm talking about.
That is ridiculous.
Look at that.
If he doesn't hit that, Mazzino just, plays time, ring around the roses, he's got the ult. Way harder to win for Valen. That is a nasty shot to make it 6-6.
This is a BO5 and our first map 6-6 in the half. That is sick.
Absolutely insane stuff. Well, let's hear from Tex. We got his thoughts and what his feelings facing off against a very familiar opponent.
Oh, fucking, the halftime, but EMEA spoils me every time.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you have to be really scared of anyone individually on that team. No offense to my voice. But they play really, really well as a team. You know, it's not one guy peeking you, it's 3 guys peeking you. And honestly, they do have some individual shooters, I'm not gonna lie. I think Leaf, Trent, Valen especially, Jonah, honestly all of them, they're all insane. So just gotta watch out for their teamwork really.
And I think that is the identity that we've seen messaging perhaps throughout their run in the playoffs. They're trying to shut down star players. Has it been King to come alive? Has it been Aspas to carry Leviathan? I don't think so. Well, instead, what it's been is a battle of the macro games so far in the first 12 rounds. Now, that could all change. And certainly as we head on to future maps like Breeze, which lean more into the individuality, sure, then we can start talking about how well G2 are shutting down, you know, the Aspas entries, etc. He's top fragging at the moment, Aspas. Of course he is. When does he not? But at the same time, I don't feel like he's the main win condition for how Lev played that attack side.
What the hell is this phantom moment?
All about how the map was being worked. And the ideas that these IGLs are throwing into the mix as well, the mid-rounding from the rest of his team. I mean, we know, you know, for Lev as well, it's the whole team actually does a lot of
literally just
they do, you know, their feelings about, you know, I've got a bit of a read, trust me on this, with the setups.
Yeah, I would say Com is extremely vocal in the communications. for this squad. Tons of mid-rounding, and King was giving him credit as well when we were
Aspas isn't sleeping for once. You all seen it yesterday. Map 3 versus crew. Aspas was sitting up. He was not leaning back. He was talking. He was dialed in.
Coming up.
Bro, it's like it's just not worth it. It's just a bad viewing experience.
Over towards showers. Now, LEV don't often have the same hole towards showers. They're quite happy to play it, and a very common pistol round setup is to have 2 players instant double swing and try to contest this. So we'll see if that's what Leviathan's
Good night,
going
kid
for.
in the shadows.
Have
fun eating with a carrot.
Has a good chance of being able to take out.
I assume you'll be watching Paper Rex tomorrow?
Just a short control though. Looks like a late re-clear of showers if that is even on the cards.
Hit me with the 50 bits.
It was really funny earlier when you overestimated how popular Eurovision was to Americans.
No, I know it's not that popular, but it should be.
Late going. Wingman will start to defuse, at least with the process, and a Dizzy in play, in process. Tex already getting this. How about a defuse? Looking to break this one. Wingman finally dealt with. But Lev, winning out his fight, potentially not quite. Com. It's going to be the last one left in a 1v3. Now there has been a decent amount of damage, but it comes out of hitting it. It's a little bit precarious and tenuous. Still, time has been bought for him. All that work done. Off on the round and a bound. That is absurd. A shot to the brain of Valen. Only the wall saving him, but he doesn't land it. And still panic. Now beginning to settle. Has he got enough? I don't think he's got time. So damn no.
Oh.
On a nice edge there. Somehow Valen with the composure and Com not quite hitting enough. After that sick headshot. A great try from Com in the 1v3. But not quite there. G2 take the pistol and go up 7-6. Look at that. The like fadeaway headshot onto Valen dropped him down so weak. And yet he couldn't quite finish the kill in time.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one to lose. He needed to he had to hit the one when he was close to him here. But really, when you've got half, I don't even think you have to move that much, right? You don't have to come and swing out on him. Oof. Because he has to come to you. Like when it's half, like maybe you are just on it, right?
We're going to need some clear game plans, I think, as well, just to prevent these ults starting to get farmed up. I mean, flowing forwards.
It's too late. Trent already has his thrash. Assuming that this plant goes down, which is almost impossible to stop. Trent's going to have thrash for the next round in the bonus, and that's massively important. Lev
Who gave those bits?
Need to start thinking, like, give up on this round.
Talking about Eurovision, aim me too. You should watch Eurovision, aim me too.
How are you going to stop this thrash from just taking the space it needs and taking a site?
It's just funny.
You got a little lurk.
It's probably better as a European because you have a more understanding of like the politics of it.
He's not going to give a weapon away.
And it is very political.
Probably going down to the spike for the LEV players, catching Leaf on that flank.
Is it a concert?
Yeah, shouldn't be any more danger.
And there's no worry.
Kind of. It's both a contest. Yeah, it's like a concert and a contest. It's just.
Again, the game plan for G2 in the
you know, you get some like actual songs that are like quite good. You get some fucking weird shit.
For starters, you don't even know where
you get some ones that are pretty boring. But it's good.
So
it's good laugh to watch with people.
Setup, perhaps you could organize a sand crunch.
And then you do their own judging, you know? You give them all the score.
And crunch, if indeed they go for that hookah play. Lev, though, looking for the 4-player stack on the A site.
Watch and learn. It's an overwhelming amount of utility they've got, and they could choose to crunch through sand if they hear it coming.
Well, I don't think they really can because they're giving up a lot of short control.
Or at least send through a bit of that util. We've seen teams try and cancel it with snake bites and nades.
It's political the same way the Olympics are political.
To be honest, the game plan here for Leviathan just seems like gamble A and play full B.
I mean, it is political.
But again, this is the most common position.
Okay, they gamble A.
And here it comes.
Yeah.
Very standard game plan from G2 and Lev.
The thrash to be.
In a position to disrupt,
well, the King got one.
Somehow finds the opener.
Okay, with Leaf going down.
The teleport here.
Yeah, they're going to go for a triple teleport
play.
The
ball's being made now. Putting the squeeze onto these G2 players. Plan for Valen. Stuck and committed. Gets him into the post at least with a Dizzy to try and refight this one.
Wow, you don't normally see the window.
Having to dodge this one with a snake bite. Drop down at their feet. No more advancing out through the elbow angle, but they do have to be worried about these hookah players still. Lev calling for a pause, waiting for the util, but the smoke's dropped down. Now sends out the thrash. That's a detainment. In through the back again. It's all about just
gonna get a kill, but
all this time, G2 just trying to find these advantages, whatever they can get. Lev struggling to get themselves forwards here with Windman flying. Finally, the time is now, but broken in the moment.
One of you has to get on.
Valin, sticking.
Wow, nice shot by Con.
It's a sole defender.
What a phenomenal round from Con. Lev put the squeeze on very slowly. G2 had a great reaction to go and take elbow control, but got locked out by a molly, couldn't force the fights, and Lev just slowly posted themselves onto deeper and deeper angles, doubling up. And it's this play.
You see the retake B is not easy.
To win the round for G2, but couldn't get a kill.
Nice round, guys.
Damn, I'm kind of Chris.
I mean, remember that this is Com coming out of almost winning a 1v3 on the pistol.
He's feeling good. Top of the scoreboard for his team. Vibes are definitely up. Aggressive down A short. Looking to catch a player potentially, but instead just a bullet for Tex.
And Com gets picked off too.
And this round almost over before it began.
Yeah. You lose 2 players.
Yeah, 2 fights.
Mazzino might try and come off here and get this gun.
King. Sorry, from Com. Looks like it might have just been jiggling for information or something and got caught by the G2 players.
But they just heard the gun, so that might bring them back.
Slow and steady paying off here for G2.
You're expecting Lev to try to make some kind of play to equalize things. In a 3v5, the team with the player disadvantage is almost forced to make some kind of risky play.
It's so cautious right now.
They gamble A, but he starts walking up. If he doesn't see anyone.
If he spots a bunch of players, then they can call the react into B.
Oh.
Otherwise, if he takes space, then they have a chance to return back to him. Leaf, though, is coming that he's not hearing anything, and the G2 players are starting to coalesce towards A.
Hesitancy, man. There's hesitancy here.
So Lever just on the if B,
Stimmy drops.
save,
Gotta get a run on, gotta get a move
if A.
And Lev have called the right stack. Snake bite. Just battering off the shoulder here. Aspas avoiding the dizzy. Satchel's in and through. Wingman needs to be denied and broken, but it's being held. It's guarded for now. Into the post round we go. Nades. Like I said, a little bit late and delayed, but now doubled up. Lev looking to try and take some fights together. It's going to have to be that firepower that bails you out of this spot. Molly rebounding.
But they don't know what to do.
Propped up and placed.
Oh,
Snake bite.
Now they do.
Forced them way out into the open for King. An easy collection of 2. A tap onto it. Molly over the top. Don't think that's going to be rebounding. Time's going to be bought as well. G2 should be able to just play to this one now as well. Just not really facing too much. The Molly surely doing the work of a mosh pit. Send flying up and over 2v2. Beautiful with a crosshair placement again. It's that time against him. As the ring just descends onto that spike, Aspas realizes
plays it well.
Okay,
well, Lev gave it a good try, but
there for G2 in their post.
this is probably going to be a save for them now.
They had available there.
Yeah, and the mosh into the... They needed to deny the plant with that nade, really.
Despite King's heroics of picking up 2 in lamps, which is way more than you would expect from him. Look at this, what a play to bring things into a 3v3, but they still weren't able to convert. I think Lev also missed a trick there in the 3v5. When they had Aspas in position over towards Showers, I think he's got to try to make a fight as they come down short there. He timing the dizzy, but he didn't go for a kill. He didn't try to deny Wingman.
Denying the plan there,
I think it's almost impossible to win the round from that point.
Yeah, you have to deny the plan and then pick them off as that. Like, their time is getting low. Like, your win condition is that they try and panic, push into you, give you free kills. Like, that was your win condition there.
And G2 are running a very disciplined default. So Lev may be calling here in their tag timeout to cool things down a little bit.
What do I think about last year's Eurovision?
Allow the G2
what happened in last year's Eurovision? Was 2 years ago the one where the UK came second? Yeah. Oh, the Sweden song last year was just like, it was fine. You know? I think last year's was a fairly forgettable Eurovision.
And they're about to get massive ults online on both sides too.
The one before that I thought was good.
Their chances to turn things, but
certainly will.
Otherwise, we're going to see an outrageous
4 years ago was a banger one.
That should be quite standard here for G2.
I think it was 4 years ago. That was the one with however many years ago, the one with voila, 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 ma and the Italian when the Italian guys won.
Close to a few ults.
Italian white stripes.
That we've seen G2 go heavy towards showers, which
And
they
the
did a
Swiss
lot
guy was
against
good as well.
teams, and Lev are in
Nick loves
position
that
to
song.
crunch.
It's off angle by Aspas. Could just rip someone's head straight off. Almost preordained in that position.
That one was good.
You just expect him to get those.
A bit too slow though.
That was a
the
really
reactions
good
of those B
Eurovision,
players. They're only now just starting to come through the teleport.
They're behind them.
Full sight.
Yeah, full sight.
Well, before they push back sight, King's in trouble. He's getting flanked.
Pushing them back and away. How is King still hitting that one? Surely not okay. Finally.
So he gets a kill and gets decent info.
Taken out 3v3.
Comes on his way. He's only got a classic. They got one buildup. They got no
not
space.
Comfortable for G2. They don't control spawn. They don't control short. They're getting pinched on from all three positions. It's so claustrophobic.
And that is why you're seeing the ults being offloaded now. Orbital strike has to be used. Mazzino, he's creeping and crawling back to
Do they
try
realize
to
where
link
it's
up with
planted?
him, and Tex forwards taking that fight. He's trying to offset it. Not with a movement though, and still down to 1v2. Mosh pit.
Wow, the
Finally finding it.
eco.
Pushing him out wide for the classic to do the dirty work. That's a Lev win, and you said it, you called it, Josh. Listen. There's chances to
What a big eco.
win that one on a thrifty round for Lev. It's going to make things much easier for them.
And it's comms seekers, I think, that end up doing it. But also, rather than that being something that Lev did incredibly well.
So they
on the
planted
back of
back sight, but they never pushed back
I think
sight.
I've got to call out the fact that G2
Guys.
did not take enough space.
Yeah.
They
If
reacted
you're planting back
decisively.
sight, you simply
They know
must
that they've
push
lost
back
showers
sight.
control,
Like you
and
must.
they don't have short anymore.
If you're planting here,
You've gotta go
like
and take
so with
something.
3
You've gotta
players
go
alive,
take
you can't all
spawn,
just
take
chill
heaven.
here.
You've planted back sight. Why are you not reacting into spawn, into heaven, and fighting con? Too much respect. Too
Loves
much
being
fear
mad
there
at whoever
perhaps for
wins.
G2, and the game's flipped.
Are you talking Eurovision or Valorant? Because Lev didn't do anything
Just
like
like
that.
that,
Lev
moment's
played that.
notice.
Lev played that pretty well.
Ults online here for Lev. Good guns and weapons.
Where did Eurovision happen? It always happens, or it normally always happens.
Not a kid as well.
Where
Okay,
where the
just
winners,
hold him for
whoever
now.
wins the last one.
Interesting setup.
Ireland had a
If it had
problem
been
in the
rifles
80s or
or
something because they
G2
won
had
like
won that
3 in a
previous
row,
round,
but
this one
were,
would be
like
a
it
massive
obviously
exchange of
cost money to host, and they were in a
get a
recession or
similar
something,
situation
and so they
again
were
if
like,
G2
why do
start
we
to get
keep
smoked and
why do we
picked?
keep
So
having to
much
host
being
this
showcased by
song
Lev.
competition just because we win?
Going to let them lurk all the way up. A few bullets almost bringing down Icy.
And yeah, after that tactical timeout, Bren, I think it has been a call for Lev to just sit back in the sights a little more.
Slowing it down ever so slightly. Top of the box, Aspas having to give up and retreat from that position. Moshpit forced out. Slow seas of a round. G2. Looking for an opening pick, looking for an opening kill. Not going to be finding it with those shots.
It's a
Just
weird
going
one. I
wide
mean,
of the
so they
mark.
create pressure in showers,
way back
double
here.
smoke, run all the way back to B.
Rotate
It's
from
a
G2,
strange
looking to try
call.
to end towards B.
Weird one.
Mazzino's already been called over, and Valen only has a single smoke. I think this is going to be very tough for G2 to get value. Although Mazzino is going back.
And King doesn't have any snake bites here to delay. Finally sent flying, but King dropping. Only 13 seconds left into this one. You've got to get that plan on line com. If he seeks to deny, it could be everything that they need. And Mazzino floods forward, pushing past it, finally breaking it. No plan in sight. Trent tries to show off that
Okay, well played by Lev, and they have some big ults as well now.
9 to 9 here. Lev still not even using too many of those ults at all. Look at it, 4 online.
And this now
this is a
becomes the
massive
round
ult
that could define the game. It's going to be economy on the line for G2. Oh, that's brutal.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Beautiful.
Get cool.
You hear Mazzino at the end there actually calling out the ults that his opponents have, I think. So they've got a game plan around what's going on. This is going to be a massive clash of ults, though. Aspas getting tucked over
could
towards
get
the
crazy.
teleporter here. Not a play they've gone for thus far.
Trailblazer needs to be broken though. Attempt to defend it. Rocket forwards, they expect it.
Oh,
But
wow.
being broken just highlights the position of Aspas as well as they have the wall hacks. They
I'm
can't
a
hold on
little
to what's to go.
surprised
No control of it.
that Aspas didn't pop his
Here with
ult
the
as
side
well.
gained and garnered. Plan down for Valen. Easily done. There will be no pushback.
Oh, and in the meantime, Trent's Thrash came all the way through Hookah. It's just that classic play that G2 went for the last
I mean,
time
yeah,
they had
it
Trent's
is
ult
hard to
online.
stop.
They're just running strats out of their strat book, and Lev not in a position to try to disrupt that, despite being aware of the ults that were online. G2 looking to mop up.
Now, any kills you can get would be good, but you don't get any.
in a very clean
Okay,
fashion.
clean for G2. That's good for their eco. Your eco should be fine. But now you need to use these ults. Like, this is a must.
But LEV can still
Like,
buy,
must
and LEV
use.
still have massive ults available. They didn't use any in the prior round.
Like, must use Viper's Pit. Must use everything.
for Leviathan,
I understand you don't really want to use a Viper's Pit when they've got a Gecko ult. That's like not a great idea.
G2's economy. Rather than being that big explosive exchange of ultimates, like I was anticipating, there's more back and forth here.
I can
G2
see.
Yeah, we are going to get the ult in here.
LEV looking to try to do the same.
Exactly.
Don't think anyone's in position to pressure the pit very quickly. There's 3 players, but it's not like you have Icy here with Boombot.
It's a real interesting pit as well. Curving all the way around. King going to be playing inside this one with the judge.
So what are they going to try? They're going to go for the pit play here. The thing is with the pit play here, if any of these guys...
The more time you take to clear it,
they avoid the dog as well.
Because then you end up in a situation where Aspas Tex have ults that can win the round. The flash to follow
That's
up
big
there,
though.
actually, from Com.
That's big.
Yeah, because the dog had given G2 a timing to try to contact into showers.
Oh no, our Viper is here, so what are we doing? We're just going for this? I mean, it's a Sky, so
It's up to
Com
Com to
can't
try and
really
defend his
stop it
teammates
this
back
well.
here, King. Despite having the coverage of the pit, he is quite vulnerable in that spot. If they get squeezed and lose showers control, Flash is good with the connection with
Yeah, Com
He
just
topples
not like...
almost as immediately as you go. King now just trying to play inside the dominated position.
Oh, we've got ult still.
Wrist and snap straight to the dome. Over the strike, forced out nice and early, but that won't stop the plan from going down. And Aspas even to commit. Oh, what? Leaping boundless straight past
Oh,
it.
big mistake by
How the
King.
hell is that a
But
-8?
big mistakes all
Another bit of
round.
own. Drop down Mosh Leap. Trying to leap out and away. LEV have cleaned this one up almost entirely now.
It's flipping around, but look at Jonah P coming around behind showers. There is no way that Tex is thinking about this, but they haven't broken the wingman.
Not at all.
Broken the wingman.
And it's still diffusing. Broken in the final
That-
moments. Jonah P on 23 health, but he needs to play out in the open. And he's not doing it. Doesn't call the block. Full stick. What a mad round.
Well,
What the hell's
somehow
occurring?
LEV won. Fucking hell, a 2v5, an actual 2v5, and they did use Viper's Pit there, G2.
When G2 got themselves into the site, dodged Com's flash, and picked off King.
How the fuck did
been
the
curtains.
Raze ult miss?
It really should have been. Especially when this ult finds nothing.
Oh, yeah, you're kidding me.
I mean, how is that not getting a kill when it's on top of the bench there as well? It just gets, it vanishes into textures unknown only to the deepest of depths. But here, the wingman being able to get
Okay,
half
well,
another
either
follow-up
way,
puts us at
LEV,
10-10.
sure, they did use
Ults
all their
all
ults.
expended. Just for
But
those final couple
it
of rounds
won,
to be
they
flipped.
did win the
These two
round, so
teams
it's not
could
a
not
complete
be
disaster.
closer. G2 have been playing
I
this
mean, it
one
wasn't very
so
good.
slow, so steady.
You know, I
Winning
didn't
almost
like the way
every
that they
single
played that
backside round.
personally.
Yeah, they really
As I
tried
said,
to
I think
play
King's
with the
just
pace,
gotta know that like
force
we're
Len
still
into
in the
making those
round.
aggressive
Yes, you're in a 4v5, but
moves
your
so they
ults
can
are
try to
so
punish it.
good that you
And
still
after
have
that
such a good
tag
chance.
timeout
And as
that we
long as
saw,
you
LEV
just
have
hold
not been
this
going for
and
those
you don't
more
let them in
aggressive
this way,
plays.
you know, it just
We have
they're probably
Com
not going to
instead of
bother you,
jiggling,
and then
actually
you
going
at
for
some
the
point
trailblazer.
become a
Really
threat.
trying to minimize risk is LEV on the defense side.
Emma King just gets the acknowledgement. Players approaching the position.
They double up.
On the
they
other
come
side of the
back.
map, using Wingman to clear out any potential lurk.
Going for a double fight here. Maybe even potentially the bait and switch. Satchel across by Icy, immediately punished. And
Nice little TP through as well.
Right from behind.
Oh, well,
Colliding
he
and
saw where
crashing
both
right
of them
into
are.
the
You
G2
have
will
the
seek
spike.
to at least maybe carve out a path into the round, but with the spike drop down, very
Oh,
limited in terms of
Mazino,
the
don't
options.
fight this.
Try and force these fights and force them well.
Don't
Flash
fight
deep
it.
into it, into the back.
What are they
Leave.
doing?
How are you managing that? Stay by still, bit of vulnerability
Oh,
there.
you have the
It's
spike.
burning.
You literally just
The
chill
toes.
here.
Repositions, doubled up, damage done. Could be anyone's game still with the spike even dropped down in his position. Util in your hands, what are you playing at? Leave into that 1v1. Wingman broken, 14 seconds. Got to get a move on, but he does not know where Tex is. 11 left. Knives out now, getting a full run and sprint forwards and back towards the site. Safety.
I think he's got to know that the play is long by now. Otherwise, Tex would have been shooting him in the back.
Surely would have punished him. And Tex is weak enough himself. Have G2 really done enough to carve out a spot for success in this round?
G2 win it.
The answer is yes.
That is an unlosable round. The first part of the round is so good by LEV, and the last part is so bad. So bad.
Ludicrous scenarios all over the place.
I mean,
The fact that Mazino was even able to be punished in back halls there, this play It's because
when you have the spike here. I mean, why are you fighting here?
These teams are just pushing themselves to the
Just
limits.
chill.
With the proactive
Just
calls
have
that they're
some
making.
fucking chill,
Yeah,
please.
it
I
doesn't matter
beg.
how many
Just
scrims you've
fucking
played.
play to
You
win,
don't
man.
get tested like this. You don't see rounds like that.
Yeah, we haven't scrimmed this exact scenario, actually. But G2, with the back and forth, have actually done enough damage to Leviathan's economy that they are now
G2 take a timeout. I mean,
about to go up onto map point. They're taking an attack timeout here to discuss what's going on.
oh, that's rough. That is a rough. I mean,
But
it's chaotic.
somehow,
It's
coming
fun
out
to
of
watch
all
in a
of that
sense, but it's
madness,
fucking shit.
G2 standing in a great
I don't know if
position.
the call came to Mazzino that the spike is it,
One away
that
from
they
being
have
able
the
to get
spike.
orbital strike online.
Because if
I
Mazzino
don't
thinks
think
that they
that's
don't
a
have the
game plan they're
spike,
necessarily gonna
then
be
maybe
working
what
around.
he
It's more to
does
do
makes
with
sense.
Ensuring that
In
somebody on
fact,
LEV is not able to turn
I'm
the
being too
tables
kind
with
to him. It doesn't make
Sheriff in a
sense if they
position
have
or
the spike
something
either.
like that.
Because he's on his own.
Timeouts, yeah, Lev
You've
caught
got
one.
3 players in
G2 took
hooker.
attack timeout
You're in a
and then we went into
4v2.
Leviathan's attack timeout. That's so frustrating.
King's back to sleep. They said their piece in the G2 timeout.
Exactly.
All you gotta do
more to go
is
over.
just fucking chill and spawn, and just make
You
sure
don't
that,
need
and just get the info of whether they push you.
timeouts to be
You're
able
just
to
jiggle
discuss
peeking and
everything.
spawn.
So now,
4v2.
Aspas
Are they
just
pushing me?
trying to
Are they
focus,
pushing me? No,
visualize what the
no,
next round's gonna
no.
look like, how you find the win.
Oh, we got contact in
And from
hooker.
our point
Oh,
of view,
okay.
guys,
I'll start to come forward.
Aspas has been given a hero vandal coming into the next round.
That's com purchasing it for him. Spike com being at the top of the scoreboard. Listen, I mean, it's been no qualms, I think, about it.
Double timeout? I'm not surprised. I'm honestly
on this
not
map.
surprised.
No, not at all. But listen, if there's one player on LEV that's gonna win you a round, it would be Aspas. I don't think that that's a mistake at all to give the vandal over to him. So yeah,
So,
take a look
one
at this
hero
Dominic
rifle.
G2 in a fantastic
Seekers.
position to get themselves up to 12. Get that map point on their map pick to open up the BO5 in the lower bracket final.
A huge advantage.
And Aspas stands in their way.
Looking to play spoiler. Double up now. Looks like the take from Lev here.
And this actually looks quite similar to a defensive setup we've seen before from Lev, where you double contest showers at the start of the round, and if G2 go into a short push, then
TMV, please buy me Ender
you're
Flame.
trying to play for
My
one-man
daff
denial.
is very
Last
sick,
time, if
and
you
he
remember,
is sad.
they
He
didn't
never
do
bought
anything
me
with that.
skin,
They got
and
stuck
he
in a
will
bit of
be
an
very
awkward
sad
spot.
if he dies. And Node,
That's
I
gonna be
got
my
one
focus.
skin,
You
please.
want to be seeing Aspas here use nade or have some kind of spam to stop this plant.
Dog gets no info there.
sure
but
you're
looks
not
to be
ill
able
as
to
well?
flying over and abound.
There's the nade.
Nade rebounds. Denies the plant.
Good denial.
That's exactly part of the game plan here. Satchel, don't think that was the intended spot for it, but a smoke now dropped off because they realize they've lost control of showers here in the TP rotations. Lev fully grouped up now with 4 of those players. Plant now down late. Flank attempt. Leaf is coming from behind. Might be able to catch a player or two, but already Lev have managed to gain control and access to the side here. They're not going to be expecting this one. Molly's already flying up and above and around. It's going to be again buying even more time off the clock. Hasn't been pushed back, hasn't been delayed, and here's Leaf.
And there's no
It's like
wingman.
backup insurance policy with him just circling all the way around the world and just taking off
Oh, they
names
have
from
no
the list.
idea about the reflank.
There's really no chance, no opportunities anymore for Lev. Made a decent go of things.
I guess on the
And
eco they
Aspas,
just
the
tried
last
to.
player alive, not given a fair
Therefore.
fight at any point during this round.
That's just the way G2 play.
Okay, nice by G2.
Hyper disciplined, not willing to give you any weaknesses that you could pry open yourself and maybe find yourself winning on a half by a thrifty round. Hyper
Why is
drilled in
Riot
terms of just
Gun Buddy in
understanding
my
it,
YouTube chat?
making sure that they don't leave
And now it's
any
just
of those
become a
opportunities.
fucking
And all of that post-plant utility that Lev had
Copy
already seen
pasta.
before, but Lev chose not to try to push up short. I think that's a miss.
I will not buy any
I
of
think they're
you
really
an
struggling
Elder
to come up
Flame.
with good timings to deal with
An
the
Ender
G2 short
Flame.
push.
Not even.
I think Valens
Is that
could
even what
just
it's
run that
called?
one again. But instead, seeing them start with a default where they take some sand control. And this, them on map point.
All or
Bind,
nothing.
1 round away from going towards G2.
It would be a stellar beginning here for this Ascension team that's now playing up to the top level. Don't get me wrong, they've been there before. Different era though, perhaps.
Yeah, and also, that was this G2 core being at the top of the North American teams. You know, now they're playing against super teams from across the Americas. It is different.
Ollie sent flying.
They
Clears truck
team
position.
finds the first
King,
on
what an
Valorant.
opening. Fallon's going to be caught out. That's actually an orbital strike that's going to be removed for this post, as well as that Ascension pushing him back and away, Wingman. Now going to be trying to get this plant online. Here's the next level of it. Another nade. Sent flying. Clear game plans here. It's evident from Lev, and our call to fight. Flash doubled up into the back of the lines, but Lev, we're going to be isolated from all of this one here. Trent just trying to get that stick, and he does get the plant down at least, but they toppled and lost players as a result of it.
No, don't use ult. Don't use ult in the 5v2.
Wide and open, but the off angle not anticipated. Trent just sends it flying forwards, at least with the wingman, but his back is open. And Com is right there, betrayed by the barrel, sticking out wide.
Oh, you really wanted Mazzino to get that ult.
They're not done with Bind just yet.
And such a better way of denying plant there. Satchel into nade, into spam, maintaining that control over bench instead of giving it up and hiding in showers. Superb protocols for dealing with the plant.
Oh, Mod's getting a little feisty with Canada, man. I mean, sorry, YouTube chatter getting feisty with Canada, man. Ban him, Canada, man. Fucking get rid of him!
But is it too little, too late? The ultimates are starting to pile up on the side of our leading team of G2. Thrash. Where have we seen Thrash been played? Every single time on sand. And Lev are going to try to deny that with an immediate flash. The flash itself actually beefed by Com, and so Aspas is not on this angle early. But it's good enough to let him know there's no one here.
They're really going to be seeking to take a fight here. Players could be watching, but no, their backs open. Punishment!
Can he get out?
And Trent, I mean, he was just locked into the animation. Couldn't be better though, the read. It's excellent.
Me and Ain't Metu just timed out /banned 30 dummies in his chat.
Still found the perfect timing.
Please, DMV, his daff is sick. See, now that's a good... that's the kind of fucking comment I want, 152 JLS. See, that's a comment... Instead of doing a copy pasta, shit like that, you know? Please, DMV, his daff is sick.
At this point, isn't it? Looks like it. They hear the footsteps.
Yeah, this is just giving the perfect timing for these Lev players. Knife out reflank is going to be like, what, 5 seconds later than Icy to short?
Lev are going to be far enough away though that they should get into the post plant. Pit down as well. Definite chances here for G2. It's all about how they play it in the moment. All eyes on these flanking players. 3 grouped up from Lev. King from the back is trying to seek for some noise and the timing.
Aspas has ult now as well, so just literally pick a timing. Trying to need it. OT we go. And G2 I think won both pistols as well.
Thrown in a bit of proactivity when they just slowed it down.
Copy pastas aren't spam, their art. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
that was actually Nick's rule to not have copy pastas. I do think it makes the challenge better, to be honest. I think they get annoying after a while. You know? You see the first comment, the first one, if it's funny, it's funny.
That ult advantage that was potential there for G2.
But it's funny the first time, right? They're not that funny the second time.
And I think, to be honest with you, Brent, Lev have been the team that have been impressing me with the adaptations later on in this map.
I would agree. Yeah,
I mean, they are, but it's annoying when I say something and someone randomly said the same thing.
I'm not going to say they're readable here,
be more original.
We have kind of teed this up as a battle of the minds, the IGLs, the teams
be more original, that's what I'd say.
The adaptations going back and forth. Doesn't get much more so than this bind map. 12-12 into our first round of
Coaches get to speak before the start of OT. You know, I don't think so.
Here with this Sky utility disguising this push down short.
Walk up though.
That is a good point. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
It's got the awareness at least that they could have lurked and crept themselves deep into it. They dodged it. And now it's all about these timings to be taken to the expected damage. Through the box and done to Valen, eventually dropping him, finding that one. Nade rebounds, but a little bit too late, does not deny it. And that's overwhelming.
Nice trade.
Brute force is the play. Jonah P is alone here, not expecting and anticipating that one for Mazzino.
Nice from Mazzino.
From behind.
4v2.
Lev up to 13 now, unless Leaf can just pull off a miracle once more, but it just looks unlikely indeed.
Okay, well played by Lev.
Shoes on the other foot here. G2.
Okay, that first match point.
Away from potentially closing out the map, but now it's Lev in that exact same spot.
Will Lev have the tenacity?
It's better to just not write anything. Enjoy the stream.
Amazing call.
Most normal Twitch chatter.
Lev have been putting together on the defense and attack side. Adaptations, the cool calls. This is the second time they've gone for a contact play down short, but they're disguising stuff so well with comms utility.
This is Valorant.
That's me, Cosmic, with the 13 months. Hello.
And the fact that
Hey,
they dodged the boom
TMV.
bot as well by dropping wall and then heading into sight, all perfection. G2 forced to answer.
But Tageb TMV won't know that I
Round's going to be
exist.
standing for. They're just sealing up this map. Love to do it. G2's map pick a bind in a best of 5. Any advantage you can get nice and early into these grueling tests. Gonna be hunting for it, Leaf. Actually isolated onto the left-hand side.
And
Didn't really
surely
have an exit strategy.
This
but
calls for the
fast
action
down
from
short.
G2 down short, right? And now Lev, can they deny plan?
Get up the gut, Boombot leading it forward.
Flash through. Oh, but he dies!
I mean, it only seeks to deny the plan,
In
but
the
it kills
orb.
the player instead.
Molly as well. I mean, Lev, the adaptations, their protocols, they're just working so much better than they were at the start.
Surely this is it, with the flash and a big no way! G2, what a recovery! Managing to at least find a foothold into the round. Ridiculous stuff come from the side, must be right.
Oh! what an end by Lev.
It got scary. Off balance a little bit for both of these teams into the final.
Okay. Good start for Lev. And they lost both pistols there as well, so probably in the ascendancy now. Through the marsh. Yeah, the swing through the marsh is always a great play. Especially when it's your team's marsh and you won't die. Big for Leviathan. Should I do more of these logos up close? They stopped at T. Let's just go back to A. I know this one, Duck. Apple. Adidas. Sorry, Adidas. Is that American Airlines? AT&T. Android. What the fuck is this? I don't know what that is, I'll be honest. No, is this like the American Heart Association or something? It looks like a charity. What is that? It's not UNICEF. Not UNICEF, and it's not International Amnesty. What is that? Don't know. What's this next one as well? Well, that's Audi. Okay, this is perhaps the most American fucking logo of all time. I don't know what it is. But it's very American. Tatari and Arsenal. And what is this fucking duck? The Astros. Is that not the Astros? Is that not the Astros? What are they? It's a baseball team. I was just thinking the Avalanche. Isn't that a hockey team? The
Party will be for nothing if they see us.
Chat, please stop spamming that command. It times you out automatically for 1 second. It's funny for the first 3 times, but it isn't anymore.
Just ban them all, Canada, man. Just ban them all. Be done with it. What's this one down here next to ABC? This is Al Jazeera, I'm pretty sure. I'll just spell Al Jazeera. This is Asics and Arby's. Don't know the baseball team. What are they called? What would they be called? I thought it was gonna be the Astros for sure. It's got a ring around a triangle. What the fuck would that represent? I don't know. You look like a car company of sorts, maybe. But I don't know. This is probably some charity. This, I have no idea. This, if I had to guess, is probably some sort of like tissue paper or toilet roll, or something in that kind of general direction. This is obviously very American, and I don't know what it is. Aquafina, Allstate. It's insurance. Why the fuck isn't insurance? I'm fucking begging. That's not a great one. Advanced Micro Devices. AMD. Anyone know that? Aflac. The Angels. Makes sense. Did anyone, I mean, Anheuser-Busch and Acura? What are they? A car company. I've never heard of Acura, I'll be honest. It sounds American. Honda, but American. Yeah, never heard of them. Really? I mean... Oh no, I've heard of AMD. I'm talking about Acura. I didn't know their fucking logo. B logos. Burger King. What is that? I know that. That's BMW. Baskin Robbins. Don't know the next one. It's a Batman. Barclays. Ben and Jerry's. It must be a car company, that. Best Buy, is that? Oh, that's Best Buy. I thought it was the one below. What's this one then? I just saw BE and thought maybe it's Best Buy. Budweiser. The Bills. Bayern Munich. Bitcoin. Is that Bic? That's a good logo. What the fuck is this? Batmobile? Oh, fucking hell. What's this one as well? I know that. Bugatti. That's the Bucks. No, is that not the Bucks? How do you spell it? Bucks. Bucks. And then this, I don't know. NASA. Some space agency? Right. You I recognize. What are you? It's not British Airways, but I thought I'd just try that anyway. What are you? Ah. Is there any others that I kind of recognize? This one. What are you? You sponsor something that I watch. I'm pretty sure. Fuck. I don't know this little bat. I'd guess a car company that I've probably never heard of. Don't know about this little Saturn looking thing. This is, again, has to be a car company. I feel like I recognize it, to be honest. But I don't know what it is. It's a shit logo, though. Fucking hell. Dog shit logo. Go on, tell me. Bank of America. Best of Western. Oh, Buick. Maybe I don't know it. Bacardi. Bridgestone. Bridgestone tires. That's Boeing. Maybe a good thing I don't know that one, eh? Hey. Hey. Fucking hell. Okay, C. CNN. Coca-Cola. Corona. Don't know the next one. Don't know the next one. Capital One. Cat? Cartoon Network? Rome? Cisco? Cheetos? Crocodile something? Celtics? Oh, what's that? Comcast? What is this? What's that? What is that? Oh, and this one. Champion, is that? Crayon? No? Crayola? Is that what you call it? Chupa Chupa? Is that not what it's called? Chupa Chupas? Chargers? Chipotle? I don't know this one. I've never seen that before. This I do know. I definitely know this. Oh, is it Comedy Central? Is that what it is? No? Fuck, what is that? This I don't know. Cuba. This, don't know. This, don't know. This one I definitely know. Man, that's
they had to win Bind because remaining in the pool are both Breeze and Lotus, the two maps that they got owned on by Leviathan their previous matchup. Now they must turn it around and somehow win one of those if they want to advance to the final.
I think when you're talking about a BO5 too, there's also kind of the worrying aspect of momentum, right? Leviathan have a great comeback to close out and win on Bind. Now they're going into a Breeze where they're super confident on, where Ospas has come out the gate with a pretty hot map one.
Converse.
And where they have looked
Chevron.
Okay,
maybe I did know
You
that.
don't beat Ospas on
Chanel.
You just don't do that.
And that was
That's just the Crocs logo.
We saw last
I don't have any Crocs. Chiquita.
13-6
Yeah, he didn't have 40 kills.
By the way,
so it's middling.
the only other
Coco
time
Chanel.
G2 have played this map, this stage, was
Tough.
against Leviathan. So they're going to have to run that back, and they've
D.
been looking inward. That's great, but they've
Disney.
been looking outward at the behemoth
Dell.
across the
Don't know what the
stage.
second
If they're
one is.
looking inward, my
Don't
kind
know
of
what that one
concern
is
is
either.
what
Dove.
comp are they going to be running? They went for the solo Yoru last time. Most teams play that Yoru
Dominoes.
Jet, and I wasn't super in love with it.
Dunkin'
And they're
Donuts.
going to not make a pivot in terms of that
DQ.
solo duelist, but they're going to add the Astra in the mix,
Dodgers.
which I think gives your Yoru a
Delta.
ton more options. We've seen a
DHL.
lot of teams pick this up.
Dolphins.
Global smokes combined with the TPs, flashing
Ooh,
out.
Donny.
There's a ton of cool ideas there.
Danny.
Good night TMV and chat. Enjoy being my sleep track. Can't wait to wake up tomorrow and see Gang Watch PRX the forever second place merchants of false hope. Also chat, the Jing buff is a lie just like Santa Claus is.
And be very strong on their own. Astra is an
Who
immediate
was that?
second pairing that makes your hold so strong.
That means like you have a
General
lot of
Gen G,
control
thanks
as
for
well.
the
There's
50
so many
bits.
lanes on this map as well, but now you have the ability to have a lot more impact.
Look,
over them.
Gen G,
lets you use
they're
your Cypher
in
utility a
another
lot
tournament,
more
so
for,
you
like,
have to be happy.
information spread out where you're setting that up because
Okay,
your stall
Discovery
user
Channel?
is so
Is that what that
strong.
is?
Like the pivot for G2, let's see if the game plan is good enough to
Right,
come back in
this,
this
don't
round.
know,
There's five
don't know.
star from
Obviously
Overeem.
delivery
If
company,
Left
but I don't know
Field
what it
on this
is.
map, let's see if G2
Deliveroo?
can bounce back.
No,
And
that's
we head
it.
over your casters. It's Brett and Sideshow.
This,
Far from over indeed here, but we're heading into Breeze, and as the desk has already been discussing, right,
it's
this has
Dole?
been
What the
the
fuck
map
is Dole?
for
I just
G2.
typed in
You know, the
OLE because
competition
it looks
been
like an
a smidge of
OLE.
trolling, some might say, in the past, ever so slightly.
You're not a fan of the Euro?
I'm not a fan of the solo Euro, but I'll hold my
DC
tongue for now
shoes,
until I see what they've got
Denny's,
cooking, because listen,
Dropbox, of
revealed
course I do
quite
know
a
that
bit,
one.
and this team, I think, will be able to learn quite
Okay,
a lot,
not bad,
quite
though.
a lot from that
Not
prior
bad.
VOD that they have, and that loss, right, to Lev in the past.
Yeah, of which in that prior game, the last time we saw G2, as Mitch was talking about on the desk, they only won 2 rounds.
Why are you all
on their
broing
attack
me?
side. Right. We're about to see them start on defense.
Again, it's easy for you in the chat because someone says the right answer and you then know the answer. So of course it seems obvious because you get told the
The
answer.
Astra actually, compared to the Harbor they were previously running,
I know all of those. You're American.
You're trying to put smoke.
And it's an American. I should have got Dropbox. I'll give you that. I should have got Dropbox. DC shoes? Who? Denny's? Not in this country.
Instead of playing
What was the other one I didn't get? That's it. Those are 3 I didn't get.
So we're looking for a different complexion here. It seems like there might be a small delay.
Yeah, I was wondering what's got King so sad.
Yeah,
puckering his lips up.
That'll be. That'll be the.
We're only broing for Dropbox. Okay, Dropbox I should have got. Dropbox I should have got. But the problem is I had like a delivery company in my mind, and then like, once that's in your head, like you can't get out of it. You know? I mean, the fucking this is getting fucking benefits.
I think this gives us time to talk about things, right? I think one of the big reasons we have not been seeing
Job seekers allowance. Going on the fucking dole.
Yes, the composition isn't.
What the fuck is
very
dole?
better right now, but it doesn't even play to their.
That's another word for fucking benefits.
Player Icy is not as explosive as a player, at least in matches. We've heard he's incredible in scrims, but he's also not been that much of an op player, which
Fruits.
is incredibly important. On
What do you mean a fruit company?
So compare that to Aspas on the
What the
other
fuck does
side,
that even
who's
mean,
the
a fruit
dominant force
company?
to reckon with. Probably the best player at the moment.
Don't
in
you just
America.
go to a supermarket
He's
and
taken
buy
at the
fruit?
moment out of that because a legacy player who's been up at the top of all of our world rankings across his entire career. Yeah, I believe the lore behind that is that was his partner's gift to him, and so that's like
that's cute.
a thing that he keeps around with him. Listen, if
Yeah, the
if
fruit
it's-
you
if
buy
it's
is
not
from
the real lore,
Doles.
That's my headcanon.
Okay.
What the fuck? Canned fruits?
Excellent.
You motherfuckers are eating canned fruit?
So yeah, in my eyes, very firmly focused on the Aspas Icy impact battle. Not necessarily them going up head to head per se, but more what value are they getting for their teams. And on the defense side, how well they're working around Valen's Astra.
Let's get it started then. Pistol round to begin. On to Breeze.
There's a Dole sticker on the apples you buy. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. And have I ever looked at that fucking logo? Absolutely fucking not.
Yes, and a company puts them in the grocery store. Not just canned fruits. The companies like Dole buy them from farmers, then put them in stores. This is Valorant heritage.
No, well,
They
thanks for the 21 months.
Hawaii.
Okay, Icy is just removed from the fight.
They colonized what?
Jonah P.
What do you mean?
See if he can stall and delay
They
this one.
colonized Hawaii. What the fuck is this wall?
Be thinking it maybe favors 11 players still. Gonna slow it down.
They did a coup. Well then, why are you supporting this company?
Trying to pull rotations potentially into Mazzino. Who's just
Why is our KO lurking in mid?
to the plan just yet.
He's waiting for the mid lurk. He knows that there's going to be one, and he's found it. Great awareness from Lev before the plan.
Jonah P might be able to sneak himself. Slight spot.
Chill, crazy MV, it's all gonna be okay.
Combining it together, him and Trent. Really just Jonah P.
30 seconds left.
Mazzino, how do you know where this guy was playing now? It's just out in the open, seeking a fair fight, but he will not be given it. G2 too good with the discipline.
Okay, G2 win another pistol.
Wide to just offset
Nice
that
play by
aim.
Jonah
Pistol
P.
round. Really stolen back from the brink there by G2.
I was all ready to talk about Icy versus Aspas. The fact that
It's
Aspas
all
gets
gonna
the
be
first
okay.
kill, neutralizes
Is
Icy
it?
and
Not
takes
for the
away that
people of
space.
Hawaii.
And as soon as Icy
Party
goes
will be for
down,
nothing
it
if they
looks
see
like
us.
you can't play around the smoke anymore. But then Jonah P somehow
It's a
sneaks
whole
back
thing.
in
Fruits
with a
companies have been
second
committing
smoke from
atrocities in Latin
Yes,
America
I
and
know
Hawaii,
about that.
backed by the US government.
I know about the
That is
banana
sick
ones.
usage of the Astra in
I
that
know about the
spot.
banana ones.
The
I never
most
knew
value
about
you could
Hawaii though.
possibly ask for.
But you guys just did regular
Lebanon
colonizing. You,
dominate those
like
smokes
that's
and
the
have
thing, right?
ideas
Like,
of how to get inside
hey,
them, either
hey,
dump
when we
them
want
in,
colonizing done,
kill.
we fucking put our fucking name on it. You know what I fucking mean? We don't get our fruit companies to fucking do it. We fucking put our stamp on it.
Properly, I suppose. Already, we're seeing that G2 do have.
We
some
do it the
decent
old-fashioned
ideas
way.
about what, you know, how their defense system is going to operate.
Revisiting, the composition again, but this time with the Astra in it. It does give you, like you said, you see that smoke.
That's true. We get our T companies to do it. That's actually fair.
As well.
Yeah.
I know on the attack side.
Yeah,
you'll be
we
finding them in
we
the
get a
post-plan.
trade company
A little bit short up
to
and
do it.
better.
That's true.
And a pull to try and play King. Okay.
Yeah, it looks
driving
like
the problem.
Yeah, the sad face.
Well,
that King
we're back
pulled
to
out earlier on, I suppose,
logos.
his audio issue then because it's cropped back up again.
ESPN,
Some
eBay,
assets as well.
Exxon,
Eye on the screen for me.
Enterprise,
Stimuli is watching King talk
Evian,
to the
That's not
Esso,
enough. I need Subway Surfers. I need it in the
Emirates,
corner. I need dancing fruits.
Energizer,
I need
EA
different stuff.
Sports,
This is a clash between two teams.
Expedia,
Different ends of the spectrum in terms of people's
Eagles.
expectations.
I don't know this
think
little snake.
Everyone's expectation here. we
Who's
heard
the
before
fucking
test as well,
snake?
is that Lev
Isn't
should
that
be coming out and winning
isn't that
first.
fucking doctor shit?
Expectations, though, are
The snake?
Listen, they've been flipped on their heads over the course of this stage. and
What's this
even the playoffs
elephant?
Themselves, I
They
think.
have. I mean,
for
they
all
were
of
in
us.
map one.
Yeah,
What's this
certainly.
elephant?
Well, I hear that we heard from Tex a little bit earlier about
Edge.
a familiar opponent, of course, his team. Maybe a little bit more.
What the
Gonna be
fuck are these ones here?
From this song, take it away.
I don't know these. Excel. Well, I know Excel.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you have to be really scared of anyone individually on that team.
Bro, we already heard this. Etsy. No? I was just thinking of a company that began with E, to be honest. Eclair. Do you even have eclairs in America? Probably not. Express delivery. Everton. Oh shit! I didn't even. You know what? I didn't even fucking look at Everton. I was focused on this one, which it's got Eloud. Elouders. Eloud. 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 This looks like a fucking startup from 2003 that went bust in 2003. Like they started in 2003 and it ended in 2003. This looks like Wacky Warehouse, but with an E in it. This is just an elephant. This is probably some kind of aid. I feel like I recognize this one. What other things can I name? Surely that's trying to be EX. But I don't, fuck off. EMS. Evernote. Energy Star. Exide. E-Star Trade. Estee Lauder. Somehow I feel like I recognize this. I've heard of this. What's Exide? I don't think I know these three, I'll be honest. Okay, F. We're still not in? We're still not in.
Your standard protocols. Looking to try to disrupt.
Turn them down. Okay, F.
We're getting into the action soon enough, it looks like. The chairs.
Oh, no, slow down. Not Derari. Ah!
You know it's getting real.
Pause. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back with the logos quiz.
What they might want to do on this round here. Deep knife. Again, that's going to be catching on to leave them to go.
Let's take our little break here.
It delays the eventual push and pull from all these players, but eventually going to be overwhelming that spot. Still, Valen's there to pick up the pieces. The aim on point.
We will return to our regular programming.
Over towards B. They're just not going to be that successful for Lev. Com takes one, but when you have to get through the pull, Icy's got a teleport over here as well.
And there it is.
And you've got Leaf setups to try to get through. That's way too much.
I'm going to be paying close attention, I think, to Leaf's positioning here on the defense. One of the things I noticed
is...
Okay,
so they're playing the Astra Yoru shit.
Uncomfortable, and they're playing that tight one and done corner. You get caught up by
which I don't hate, but I still think the Omen's better.
At the same time, though, Brent, even if he's suppressed in this position, that pull on the floor, and the fact that you have Viper utility to potentially play around too, it does give him a little bit of a buffer.
Yeah, you're right. Supportive util, just so that they can delay.
G2 have just got so many layers to what they can do on the defense now that they've added the Astra into the equation.
Moving around the players as well. Here
did chat get all the E ones?
Three grouped up. Dart reveals all, though. Jonah P is actually tucked up close here. Onto the angle. We'll have to retreat.
Amy2 says no. Coffee Cup says yes. We always do.
Down
well, apparently you're fucking lying.
One of the things that G2 don't do very much of on their defense side across all of their map pool is try to
no one got X-side?
Look for info back in these kind of spots. Icy doesn't do it because he's not particularly aggressive and they don't have as many set plays. They're going to invest the drone here, though. And Trent realizes nobody's in A main anymore.
Disputed. Chat disputes.
Unfortunately for G2, it's only Leaf right now defending the B site. And Valen's got a
Amy2 wants receipts.
Going for a split. Players up through mid. Holding the ground for now, but with the cage up to try and cut up the sight line again. They're going to be sending it forwards at least with that drone broken. Knife against the back. That's going to be taken down the setup, but not before the cages are sent up and flying. Dart revealing, but weaving in and out. Valen
taking some nice time in tier G2. Like that.
I mean, he's just the actual imposter in the midst of them. But as the war fades away, so do some of the chances, maybe, for Leviathan. King, gonna try and bail that out.
Oh, they saw him as well.
Success, Trent.
Now, they don't have the spike.
A flood attempt
they have seen him.
from this team. Brings it down to this. Only advantage Trent has, which is Spike being down, but he's missed the timing. There's a
Don't
chance
grab the
there for
spike,
shot.
though.
Wide and
Oh my goodness.
They can't contain this guy.
That's an unbelievable 1v2. The recons are distracting Com in the moment, and you see it. Former teammate there, Tex, stunned by what he's witnessed. 3 rounds in a row now for G2. On the bonus. Red Bull clutch here. Look at this. Recon thrown through. Finds the timing just as King swings out from pillar. And Com's crosshair placement is off because he had to break that recon. Trent's amazed. What a play to go for there.
Could barely believe it now, unfortunately. Some bad news.
What's the bad news,
It's another audio issue.
Another tech pause?
It's another tech pause, another audio issue. I mean, I'm not sure who the
We're back.
is.
Fanta.
I might be able to take a solid guess.
Yeah, looking over at the stage.
Firefox.
Not being solved for it.
Fuck is this?
How many more talking points do we have? Oh,
Foot Locker. Box.
Yeah, this is becoming a serious.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get our best people on the job for that one.
FBI.
That is our best people, and they're doing
Not
a great
me.
job. Not you. We're not going to
me.
send you flying under the desk.
Give me a toolkit. I'll get it solved.
Absolutely not. But
Falcons.
yeah, spectacular stuff there. From
Fruit
G2.
of the Loom.
3-0 at the start.
Where's the fucking... Oh, why didn't I put spaces in it?
There's a lot of momentum on the map.
Where's the little corner, whatever it's called?
Expecting it. I mean, I certainly.
Fuck, I know so many of these as well.
It's a map where your best players.
Oh, what's this one in the bottom right?
I think this is a good opportunity as well. While it looks like
Right.
this is going to take a while to
What are you?
to zoom out
Flyers?
from this match.
Okay.
There you go.
Because yesterday we were
Right.
talking a lot in that upper bracket final where
I feel like I do know you. I do know you. What's your name?
a big map veto advantage and setting up for that. 100 Thieves with their win in split.
Do know this. I know this as well. What's this?
8-4 half that G2. I think Josh Artiel thinks
Is
that
this
they
a
let that
clothing
slip
of
through
some
their
sort?
fingers.
I would agree.
Right,
We
way
were
off.
talking about it in that coach interview as well. The fact that they were focused internally.
I mean, that just says ME, so I'm just going to put FME. No.
Against
Blame.
Thieves on split, it was 10-4.
Yeah.
It was a 10-4 lead
Fame?
on split, and they couldn't
Fame?
close out the map.
You
Bames?
really can't let those get away from you. But
Blames?
again, this match is to get an opportunity to face 100 Thieves and look for revenge. Both of these squads have lost 100 Thieves.
And this is Flash.
And whoever wins here today, it's gonna be in
I
the
know
grand
these
finals
two.
of our mid-season play.
This and
For
this.
a chance to skip the Swiss stage, but an uphill battle. No matter which way you slice it, doesn't matter how dominantly you win here.
Players.
Even if Leviathan smoked this one 3-0, they are still
Hey,
gonna
I
go
don't know
into
what
the
this
grand
is.
finals
Probably
with
some
a map
kind of
veto disadvantage,
food?
probably forced to play
Maybe?
on the perma
Cereal or
balance, whether
something?
that be Sunset for G2,
Don't know.
Split for Lev.
Listen, a hell of a struggle. I mean,
What are you?
Proud, I think, with the run they'd have to make. Really, they really would. Well, ahead of playoffs, we also sat down with King to talk about why this guy became one of the best IGLs.
Bueno, la primera vez que me convertí en un IGL en Valorant,
Well, I hope you can speak Spanish.
fue
Oh, these are going to annoy me.
cuando
Go on,
estaba
just tell me.
en Austras,
Folgers?
y
Not
fue
a
más que
fucking
nada
clue.
porque era un
Farmers
rol
Insurance?
que
No chance.
filiar,
Fisher
quería
Price.
hacerlo y dije ya.
Fisher
Y
Price.
nada, desde ahí que al principio no me gustaba.
Fila.
Me costaba, me daba como
And
ansiedad.
Fitbit.
Cómo hacerlo bien y nada. con el tiempo
Tough.
le agarré
These two, no
el
chance.
tiro, me enamoré del rol
These
y-
three,
y nada,
chance.
ahora feliz y orgulloso del IGL que soy hoy en día.
KG,
Yo creo que
Google.
ser el IGL
Is that
tiene
Gatorade?
una carga muy grande.
General
no solo
Electric?
por, lo que
General...
implica,
Is it
sino
General Electric?
que cuando las cosas van mal, todos los dedos apuntan al IGL.
I recognize it, but I don't know what it is.
Mucha
How do you spell
resiliencia
Guinness?
para aceptar
Double
todo
N?
eso y aún así querer
Something
hacerlo
jeans.
y hacerlo bien. Es un rol estresante, pero al mismo tiempo
Dunno.
tener
Have we
la
got some
capacidad,
women?
de poder sacar adelante al equipo, de ser como la
Dunno.
persona de la que todos dependen básicamente y que todos
Goodyear?
te sigan sin dudarlo, es una sensación muy
Like
satisfactoria.
Gucci? It is Gucci. GTA. Giants? Shut up. Ghostbusters? Oh, what's this little one of the kid? The Grizzlies? Gap? Go-Go... What's this called? Go-Go... Is it Go-Go or something? It's Gillette. Double T. And the Golden Knights? Something like that.
Party will be for nothing if they see
Batman!
us.
With the 50 bits.
Coming from Sleggy's chat, my GF said he's cute, so going to hang around here for now. Can you keep fumbling them quizzes just to be safe?
Wow. Wow, that's harsh. That is really harsh. What's this called? Why couldn't you just tell me what this one's fucking called? Oh, that's gotta be GoPro. What's this? The child as well. What's the child? It's like something out of fucking an Aha music video. What the fuck? Why is that your logo? Unless it's about missing children. What is this thing called?
Party will be for nothing if they see us.
Just guess? Fuck you.
Just guess.
Guess? Guess jeans! Not fuck you. I rescind my fuck you and... I don't know what this is. Isn't that the Omega symbol? I don't know what that's got to do with G. What is this called? I swear it's definitely a website, right? Is that General Motors? What is this? What is this? What's General Motors logo? Don't know. What is that? I don't know. I mean, these three don't know. Don't ask me. This and this. Go on. General Mills. I thought go daddy and it's just go. Gerber. The Green Lantern. I was thinking it was a fucking. Oh, we're back in.
Task pass up and see if he can get a pick, and if he fails, see if he can, you know, someone else picks it up, maybe King or something like that.
I ranted about Gerber before. Yeah, I did. I recognized it, but I don't know. What do they do?
The time when a drone Trent is going to get that recognition at least.
Okay,
now.
the one forced gun onto Aspas.
The corrugated metal. Right past this one now with Aspas and a dash.
Baby
now
food?
activated.
Okay, at least it makes some
Missed the timing
sense.
for it, but he's really cut up the corner. I mean, Valen now is going to have a hard time to try and really shut that one down, but he does
It's
so.
a fight, and that's their one rifle.
Rooted to the spot. They will not be able to pass any sort of angles.
Great shooting from the IGL of G2. Stop.
I need to brush up on American brands?
There's no chance you can.
Why should I care?
Alan's got it completely locked.
One enemy remaining.
Cheeky timing from King.
Down A.
Eventually punished, so
4-0 G2.
4-0. G2.
You get quizzes right?
It's a fantastic lead that they managed to gain, but Lev should now have the weaponry online. Of course, Aspas did invest.
I didn't do that bad.
Somehow get
I'm not doing awfully.
G2, they could fit that into their game plan.
Yeah, they absolutely could.
What was the average on that G1?
Ultorp is going to be the one that you go for most of the time.
I beat the average!
Kind of play here. But for example, you have the Yoru try to
Girl Scouts of America.
triple swing over towards A main.
I mean,
something of that idea is what you.
How is that? Is that still a thing that?
That's not. Listen, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. But that is.
Now, when we talk about teams taking things one round at a time, this is not
Heinz.
exactly what we
Hulu.
No, we do not.
G2 are grinding
HBO.
this game out one round at a
Hello
time.
Kitty.
Yep, even chewing the cables the night before.
Hershey's?
They're putting all the necessary plans into motion. Like, oh, we'll make sure King's audio is ruined. We'll get an early lead. We'll make them tilted. We'll start typing in all chats.
Is that Honda or Hyundai? I always get them. There's Hyundai. Honda. Don't know that one. Heineken. HP. Hot Wheels?
You've got to deal with a lot of emotions when you're a pro player, but frustration certainly one.
Don't know that. Hoya? Hoi. Oh, this is Haribo? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is trying to be. Home Depot, Harry Potter.
Dragon Ranger Gaming. Best logo, best name in VCT, that's what I'm saying.
Hard Rock, Hallmark.
So
right, I don't even know what this is trying to be, to be honest. Little Robin Hood knockoff. Like, looks like a fucking Balrog. It looks like a fucking 80s Lord of the Rings. The ring around, like, Sauron.
At the beginning of the season, we're all talking about it, and I think the expectations, they haven't shifted too much. Leviathan are a super team.
This one I kind of recognize. What's this? Daz. Daz. Some food company with Daz on it.
Teams in our league as well that have those same expectations. Teams like NRG
Dunno.
or Sentinels after their run at
Dunno.
who are not here.
Don't eat your food,
But for Lev,
Mr. Daz.
I think losing this match, losing this BO5 in the lower bracket final and being the 3rd seed into Shanghai.
What's this?
It's a bit. Yeah, it's great that they got into Shanghai, but at the same time, it's not where they would like to be placed. Whereas G2, it feels like they're running out of money
Let's just think of name.
Couldn't agree more. I think it'd be a bit of a disappointment for them to end in that
Feel like
3rd seed
oh.
position. Well, Leviathan's IGL King is returning to the global stage, and we asked him to reveal the things most important to him.
Wow, they got plenty of fucking content. They were ready for this.
Bueno, en TikTok literalmente veo las cosas más random del universo. De repente,
Hope you can speak Spanish.
Si me salen cosas de fútbol, me salen
It looks
cosas
like something.
de
Oh, fuck off. Go on, I give up.
muy random.
It's
Literalmente
Spurs!
TikTok es una mezcla de estupideces.
Hagen Daz.
Américas, soy King,
I do know them.
mis esenciales.
Hyatt Hardy. Okay, Hardy's I was never gonna get. The Hunger Games, and I literally said it's like a fucking knockoff Lord of the Rings. For fuck's sake. That one was winnable. Okay, fuck, it's not looking good. IKEA. What the fuck are some of these? Intel.
Me considero una persona que soy un mamón, por así decirlo,
I...
Chile, y soy muy cercano a todos mis hermanos.
Isn't it just Apple Music? iTunes, of course. Iron Man.
Como sin ellos, pero
Internet Explorer.
Siempre estoy hablando con ellos. Ellos me preguntan cómo
Islanders.
estoy, y nada, hablo literalmente
Incredibles.
todos los días, con mi novia, que
Instagram.
es un importante para mí, así que bueno, aquí está mi vaquita, se llama Nivancho. Para mí
Ivy Lee. IMDb.
Porque básicamente representa como,
IndyCar.
como un apoyo de mi novia, por así decirlo, que siempre que lo miro, por así decirlo, me dice como no importa que estemos lejos, no importa que estemos a más de 10.000 kilómetros de distancia, siempre voy a estar contigo.
I see.
Bueno, mi celular.
What's this lion? Indian lion.
Siempre estoy pegado, demasiado pegado a él. Un poco porque
What's this scales?
como estoy tan lejos actualmente de mi familia, estoy siempre en contacto con ellos, con mi novia, estoy literalmente todo el día hablando, entonces me es imposible vivir.
Car company beginning with I.
La única manera de estar cerca de mi familia. Bueno, después tengo mi billetera. No puedo salir sin ella, literalmente, aunque sé que no la vaya a usar.
I don't know. What's this thing with the scales? International Court of Law?
Tengo mi tarjeta conmigo para comprar y también para siempre llevar
the ICJ?
conmigo porque mi madre siempre me decía que hay que tener el carnet, como le decimos.
Fuck. I know you little lion. Don't know the thing in the top left. Whatever. What the fuck is this? It's like if you took a grease flag, rotated it, and then reduced it to like 3 pixels. What the fuck is that even trying to be? You I know, but I don't. I am fucking yes, I did know it. This one I don't have a fucking clue. I don't know car companies, man. The lion is the one that I'm gonna be annoyed at. Go on. ING. IBM!
Party will be for nothing.
Infinity. Never heard of it. The IRS!
Just give up.
Why does that have its own little thing? Fuck off, America. Isuzu.
Welcome back, folks, to the desk here. During this series between G2 and Leviathan,
In-N-Out Burger. Too American for me.
In a tech pause currently.
J logos.
As well. It's our third one. It's evenly matched.
The fuck is that? Jolly Jolly? Java? Jaguar?
No, I'm saying the
He's trying to make a joke.
Jack Daniels?
And it's just
oh yeah, we're getting rolled by the tech pause if that's what you mean. Yeah. I mean, Brent and Josh, long
Don't know what that is.
material, but we are
John
here, of course, to
Deere?
remediate that. That's right. Because
Jack
we're a tech
Deere?
pause, it means it's time for
What's
a
it called?
AWS. Yep, we're doing it again. We want you to send us pictures of your Valorant-loving pets using the hashtags
Jeopardy?
VCT Americas or VCT, and we'll share them to everyone
Juicy fruit?
here. And you have some time as well, to get those in, and we'll show you
Jello?
as they come up. I'm not allowed
Jurassic
to partake in this 'cause I've already
Park?
demonstrated.
yeah, I'm actually
Utah
maybe I'll take a
Jazz?
picture of this little guy
What?
right here and this
Jordan?
Party'll be for nothing if they see us.
Giacomo?
Ooh.
John Deere.
He's alright. At least when he
John
sees us,
Deere.
Where's this rabbit from? Is he
What?
just like one of
Wrong.
those little animals that's around the map?
Yeah, he's the rabbit with the knife that's like sitting in a scent. You know, he's having,
He's having
the
a meal.
wine.
He's
and
on
the...
breeze too.
He's not having a beer on.
I said a meal.
Oh, okay.
The Jets?
I didn't say he's having a beer. It's been a long day at work.
Really hotly defending,
Jesse
defending the diet here.
Jays?
Son. Yeah.
He's great. Is that his name?
I'm just calling him Mr. Rabbit Son.
All right,
Jukebox?
He's allowed. He's allowed to, even though we found him on a scent, which has no bearing to.
How do you spell
anything
jukebox?
Japanese, but that's how I've decided it's
So
going
you
to be.
spell it?
I
Don't know. Though.
I haven't had a new pair in ages. You know, I've got.
What the fuck is this one in the bottom left?
What's your name?
Gourmet
What do you think?
JJ's.
Human name.
Yeah.
Is he a boss?
Yeah.
It just says JJ on it.
A tuxedo, so I guess we just picked a, you know, like a boss
Jackson and Jackson.
Here's the pet.
Whoa!
That cat is
Cypher
crazy.
Cat? Cypher Cat is excellent. Give me a tweet.
What's this, an ice cream company?
Best tweet, actually, right? Oh my god, what?
duck and a half.
We do have something. Is that Sideshow?
That looks like a crochet.
That Sideshow shirt.
I want to point out this is also their profile picture.
What the fuck is this?
So I did not know how to-
Jack something Fulski?
I think it is the duck.
Jack Golfsky?
Did you know the ducks are free and you can just take them?
What? Just.
Yeah. Who's gonna stop?
Don't know what that is either.
I don't know. Law enforcement.
What are you?
Honest reaction to that statement.
Fuck it, I give up. I give up. Jelly Belly.
Incredible.
John Deere with an E at the end.
No, this literally, this dog is not happy. This dog wants to see gameplay.
I'm thinking this is
Jamba Juice. What the fuck is that? Jack Wolfskin. Jack in the Box. Japan Airlines. Jimmy John's. JC Penney. Jeep. Jeep. Oh, it does look like a car. I thought it was a fucking radio. Jersey Mike's. What the fuck is Jersey Mike's?
Also, he's the son
K.
of car,
Because the last time I heard it was Josh.
KFC.
He was bodily
You live in
dragged
Los
out here.
Angeles. You should know a lot about
Crispy
I
Kreme.
wish I didn't. I wish I knew.
Kit Kat.
Less about it.
Oh, that's
These are some
beautiful
great
dog.
dogs.
Dunno.
Shout out,
Kellogg?
I skipped over the last dog, but I like the
Wait,
little
he
like.
has a riot
looking
buddy
up.
on his tag.
Oh, lit.
Yo, yeah, hit up Vipez FPS for the riot buddy.
Dunno. Dunno. Dunno.
Riot buddy.
Dunno.
That dog is actually the guy who runs.
Dunno.
I
Konami.
believe it.
Yeah, he's the CEO.
The Knicks.
Little guy. Ooh.
Aww.
Don't know. Don't know.
Little Kona.
Raft?
Donut. That's a great name.
Okay, so you like you like human names.
Kanan.
but also Names of
Well,
food.
he likes food
For-
names. I'm a human name fan.
Okay.
Hay machines.
I just like names.
I'm a
Hey,
two-syllable
Mags.
name fan.
Yeah?
Two syllables go crazy.
Cock.
Uber. Me.
Kool-Aid.
Wild.
Wild. You're saying
Crown.
Wyatt is a two-syllable name.
Wait.
What?
Wyatt.
Com.
No, that's gotta be one.
Wyatt, do you know how syllables work?
You're right. I didn't do great at that little clapping game.
No, who I hate is Brent. One syllable? Are you kidding me?
How is Brent one?
He's a one-syllable elitist.
Okay, this is what. So
This is Jet Valor.
I'm assuming this is the cat.
Tough one here. Tough one in the K's.
That's also just
Here's
a
my thought.
high-quality
Also, here's my
photograph.
cat.
Yeah, this is like HD. This is like they pulled out the DSLR for this.
It's like a black and white photo too. It's
No, I
crazy.
think it's
No,
color.
it's just a little.
It's just a black and white
Just a little
cat.
moody.
Oh, going out for a walk? I like it.
Kodak.
That's a very long.
I got it. Kodak.
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially
Crunchy
cats, so they walk
Crunchy nut.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like that's.
Yo, what about the cat backpacks? Those go crazy.
Keelies.
With, like their little heads out on your shoulder. Oh my
There's like a ton of stray cats that live in my neighborhood, and like two of them just like will walk around on my fence and come into my backyard and stuff all the time.
That's
pretty
almost
cool.
like you have two cats.
Walked into my house once. Actually, multiple times. He was pretty chill.
Cool.
Cool cat.
Kings.
Also similar to
Take a picture. Tweet
similar to ducks. If you see a cat outside, they're free.
All right, I mean, let's play another game. We've got some time here. We'll play another game of Where Are You At? You guys should know it by now. Actually, we haven't had that many tech pauses in recent years, so maybe you've forgotten. But Where Are You At?
I'm in
Very
Los
simple
Angeles.
game. Ender's very good at this, as is Mimi. Mostly Ender.
I feel like I should know this one. Maybe this one.
You're going down.
The others though.
We're going to show you a really small
Klondike, Khan Academy, Kia,
one it is, right? Which map it is from, right?
Keebler, Kindle. How did I not get Kindle? I honestly, I barely even looked at this one to be honest. Kawasaki,
It's the speakers at the bottom of the
Kaiser. What the fuck is Kaiser Permanente? Kmart, don't have them. And Knex, what the fuck is that? Pico Man.
No, now you do. Here we go. Tough. Cool cat. Yo, the sign in there even said cool cat. That was my honest reaction to all those tweets.
That's awesome.
They totally did this.
Did you get every single one of them?
Release, right? They changed that part of the map.
Kaiser is a healthcare provider.
Like an album cover that featured Clover, something like that.
Maybe they did.
I dodge when I get breezed. So.
What the fuck do Knex do?
Whoops.
All right, let's have a look at our next one here. Our second.
What do Knex do?
One of our Valorant maps. We're in a lot.
Is that Haven?
Toys like
I feel
Lego.
like that looks like one of the rooms inside Haven.
Kindle. Right, the ones that I should have gone. Kia, Kindle.
You know, we can do that.
That's a curveball throwing in Haven.
Honestly, I think that's about it.
I don't know if it is.
We're not doing deathmatch maps, right? It's only.
L.
It's only like no, like
Lacoste, Cost, Lego.
I don't think I can name all the.
What is this fucking thing, man? I always.
No.
Could you name one?
Lamborghini.
So anyway, we're gonna have a look at which map.
Levi's.
I actually don't think so. No.
Is that Lowe's?
Isn't Cospo one?
LG.
Casbah, yeah. It's like.
Don't know what the Statue of Liberty is. Liberty, probably? Liberty Media? Mutual? The Lakers?
So out of
What is this? Don't know.
Piazza.
Lopton?
That is real.
Actually, it's so easy. God. All right. Let's do one more. One more, folks. To guess here. Well, I basically just tack onto the answer of these two.
Land Rover?
Ooh, I'm guessing
Logitech? Lidl? Liverpool?
Child.
Lexus?
This could also be.
Is that a Young Rays or something?
Yeah. It could be like one of the shop
what the fuck is
windows
this?
Yeah. I'm kind of split between Pearl and Sunset though, because I feel like those are the.
What the fuck is this penguin looking at me?
Yeah, I'm.
The
really,
Lions?
Really
Where is Pearl set?
Pearl's underwater.
It's in it's
Portugal.
in Portugal though, I think.
Yes.
Have you ever seen The Little Mermaid?
It has the same yellow tram from Lisbon. But it's like future and it floats instead
You
of being
would
on
know
rails.
that it's the same yellow tram.
Oh, what are you? What are you? I recognize you. I recognize you.
I think that's a good guess.
Final answer.
But it looks like Yves Saint Laurent. Or whatever you call.
No.
It's
Why
not Los
would there be like?
People play soccer in Los Angeles.
No, they don't.
What's this? I always get this wrong.
They just don't. They don't.
Is it an airline? I don't think it is. It an airline?
Has anyone ever been to a game? No. I don't know if it's. No. No one plays soccer in LA. This is just a fact. It's a fact.
Okay.
I would say like it could use a boost in general.
Oh, is that LinkedIn?
All here. All right. Football.
Get us out of our misery. Show us which map this one originates from. Is it Pearl?
And it is.
It's Pearl.
Wow. Okay.
What the fuck is this penguin though?
I'm telling you.
This Italian one, don't know.
Well, the team is hard at work right now trying to fix the audio on stage, so we're going to have a quick tech time out. We're going to be back after these messages.
Fuck. Don't know. Lufthansa. Lipton tea. It's all Louis Vuitton. Oh. Okay, I should have got these. It's always Lufthansa. It's fucking Germans. Right, come on, we got this. Monster, McDonald's, Michelin, Mercedes, MasterCard. It's a good start. MGM. What's that one next to it? Don't know. Mountain Dew. Mitsubishi. How do you spell it? Like that. Don't know what you are. MLB. Don't know what that is. Microsoft. Minecraft. Magic? Not why magic. Manu. Marvel. Motorola. Marlins. And Maserati. Okay. 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 Not a bad start. Just 3 to go. Looks like the logo of like a daytime television show. What's this one? Marriott? Let's go. What's this one on the right? That one I don't know. This one, I feel like I should know. Mustaran. Fuck it. What is it? Macy's and Mattel. Oh. I never had Mattel toys? No, what the fuck is a Mattel toy? I'm not... Look, I hate to be the guy to bring this up to you. In the early 2000s, times were different. Okay? Things were a different time in the early 2000s. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that that's when I was a kid. No, I haven't seen the Barbie movie.
Party will be for nothing if they see us.
Thingman's ex-girlfriend.
Hot Wheels is owned by Mattel.
Oh. I did have Hot Wheels, but guess what? I didn't have Hot Wheels as an adult, and as a kid, I wasn't looking at the fucking who owns Hot Wheels.
Thanks TMV, my GF is having a blast. She feels like those rich PPL looking at Squid Game players. D.
I'm just watching me suffer. Well, I'm glad. N logos. Look, that one I think was pretty good. Okay, so you can all fuck off. NBC, Nike, Netflix. I learned the other day this is Nestle, Nintendo, Nissan, NFL. What the fuck is that? What are you? I recognize you. You're not NASCAR. What are you? Fuck. Norton. NASA. The Nationals. Nikon. What the fuck is this thing? What's this fair trade looking motherfucker? Nvidia. Nerf. See, why can't they all just be like Nerf? Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon. How do you spell Nickelodeon? It's L-E, isn't it? No? Nickelodeon. And then this, the Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets. Right. You I definitely know with like a capital. It's in there somewhere. Definitely know. This. Maybe I know. This I don't have a fucking clue. This I don't have a fucking clue. These two I've never seen. I don't think I should know these. Maybe I should, but I don't think I do. This one I know. This one I know. It's in there somewhere. It's not New Balance, is it? It is New Balance. Fucking get in. Okay, you, Mr. Fair Trade. Who are you? I have no idea. I don't think I'm going to get it. Oh, we're back. Just in time. Look at that. Little perfect timing. Nespresso. Nationwide and Napster. Napster a bit before my time. I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Dodge the knife radius there, G2, so they're not in position to punish. But they do go for a reclear.
Nationwide, by your side. Fuck them.
TP back, Valin. Could be catching the contact of a multitude of players.
Oh, free one.
Nobody clears this corner.
But only one. And now the ult. And you run through that, Mr. Tex? But why? Okay, Combi gets it back. He saw all three, I think. Oh, no, he saw two in the clone.
Quite avoid it. 2v3. King looked his way deep into the backline with a damage done. Set up. Pryor doesn't know where to expect that secondary player, and Leaf shutting it down and bringing it to the 2v1. They'll play this one together. You can see that discipline, but shot through the wall. Leaf falling low. Com wondering which position to play from, not knowing where Icy could be. As a dart, no theft. Advantage surely the G2 here, at least with the players, but it might just be a bit of those heroics. Shot dart close, backing away. Just needs the one kill to set things into motion. Haven't pushed him back and away, but he is guarded.
Big win.
And the fuse stuck, let loose as well, so Icy can earn up a dimensional drift.
This is a disastrous beginning here for Leviathan.
Yeah, tough
really
beginning.
Should be favoring them.
This was pretty good. Again,
the last time these two teams played.
maybe I could have gotten espresso. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee.
Tactical timeout there. But bear in mind, guys, that the teams don't have the ability to talk to each other during these tech pauses, so it's not like the LEV coaches have been discussing strategy this entire time. They haven't had an opportunity to really adjust the flow of this game.
Party will be for nothing if they see us.
This one, tactical.
Okay, coffee.
Not drinking coffee is a sin.
Oh, sorry, I'm not reliant on a fucking drink every morning. Oh, sorry.
Preempted by Valin.
Sorry, I don't base my whole personality around a drink.
It was horribly mistimed. Tex got a snakebite at his feet and decided to go forwards. Aspas decided to go backwards, so mistimed already. And then when Aspas committed, bumped his head and the movement wasn't quite there, and it wasn't synced up with the rest of the team. So really missing these teamwork elements and not on the same page, Lev, in terms of the timings that they're going for. And really that's down to a comms issue of did Tex call the commit and Aspas didn't follow? Was it the other way around?
I'm sorry, Coffee Cup.
They have a protocol there where they're supposed to be
You're bad. Nice spelling of your, Mellow. I've cooked you right there.
They would be able to find huge advantages.
Because you used the wrong your.
Up to begin.
That's a hefty lead. Ult's online as well to see if they can turn the tide of this round as well. In particular, again, another one to bake the barack.
Party will be for nothing if they see us.
The economy of the Leviathan.
Mazzino one away from his KO ultimate, and so
Coffee isn't just a drink. It's the essence of life.
Oh. Okay, Coffee. Well, yeah, I get it. You're called Coffee Cup.
Trent, I mean, he's offloaded the Hunter's Fury to support, but it wasn't even necessary. Trent's in a different direction. Tex getting a run on and a move on, seeking to punish Trent. Blocked away into the drone, but now he's the one who might just be punished. Doors opened up as well. Too many angles, too many sight lines. Knows that one's a clone, but how does he manage that? He just can't. It's traded.
I'm fine World War III, and these two just walking in mid.
These defense rounds are being played pretty
I mean, this is amazing by G2. They've been cooking. They've been doing some work in the lab. That was a really nice play.
But they're in a 2v4. forced to take a fight before the plank goes
Smoke,
down, really.
flash, dart,
And this is where
ult,
the discipline of G2
swing.
is just excellent. Valen's not really taking an aggressive position. He's on an angle where he's massively favored, and then Icy Leaf doubled up. And they've spotted the aggression from Lev. Now Lev are forced to go for the plant and just play the 2v4. How the King and Mazino work this?
Valen way ahead of the pack, but you're right, how do they work this particular spot?
Ice going into ult here does give them
Fans GFX. Thanks for the sub or gift or whatever happened. No, thanks for the tier 1 as well. What a hero.
Forcing a play now out of these players. No one to really disrupt this one. Who is going to be holding the wall? Mazino catches the first.
Mazino goes 2. What?
It's beautiful. The overheat. Magnificent work from the positioning. What a blossoms the orb. The tap as well. Just wondering where Mazino's position could be played.
Wow, Mazino. What a big clutch 2v4. An anonymous gifter gifted sub to Coffee is bad. Oh, Coffee Cup in shambles.
By Mazino in particular. He got one with a peek, playing backside, and then the second off screen. Let's take a look at the replay. Because this one, back of the head of Icy, who just didn't quite realize where Leaf had died from. Normally, these are the rounds that G2 clean up very nicely. Buddy system, double up, trade people out. But Lev found those aggressive peak timings, and G2's set play comes to naught. Remember, the beginning of that round was absolutely fantastic, and they invested huge ults there as well.
So a bit of a full reset when it comes to that ult economy.
Yeah, and again, because Mazino has his KO ultimate up, you see Leaf here playing inside halls with his setup over on the opposite side of the map, so he can't get shut down by the null command. So
Game feels. I can't even remember the first couple of rounds. I'll be honest, because it was so long ago.
More passive, but both achieving the same goal of making this.
I really need this to be a 3-0 now. We're already at like a whole extra map because of how long the first one was, and then this. Oh my god, we're not gonna be fast though, are we?
Can't get past the choke point here, but lit up. Gives
Okay, calm, not bad.
Take it out with a wall.
They are finding value from this Astra, to be fair.
Playing a bit of patience for G2.
This BX against the Astra sucks is struggling.
Still open fight as well. Taking on these sidelines, but it's only Com who's left alive. We'll try and get this plan down as well, but a back sticking out means he's even denied that.
Wow.
No chance of the extra money.
Struggling. And Coffee Cup gifted a tier 1 to Coffee is addicted Ohm. Addicted Tome. Oh, addicted to me. Not Tome. Yeah. Just shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Is Tome a word? What? Well, how the fuck do you know it's not Tome? How do you know it's not Tome? How do you know it's not Tome? Go on. How do you know it's not Tome?
Yeah, and the reason for that is that when
you don't, do you? You don't know, because it could be. Could be in theory, right? Could be Tome. You don't know if it's not Tome. You don't know.
That's through over the top here. You can look at the pulls that's being used. G2 seeking to delay the inevitable here.
Look, it's midnight. Leave me alone.
Seeking to take some names.
This game's over. We're having fun.
Head on a swivel, nose is being postured and approached onto this spot. Can't open himself up, and needs some teammates to back him up still. Evened out now. 2 left to stand. They know what Aspas's positioning is in a crouched peek from Valen. Too hard of a fight here for Aspas and Tex now.
You win these, Tex.
Essentially an unwinnable scenario.
I said he wins these, Bren.
But G2
he did.
Never want to let anything slip.
That's the spike!
Tome!
The positioning! What a blunder!
Was gifted a sub by an anonymous gifter. Or is it to me? Was their name Tome or was it to me?
I think it's fair to say G2 have completely dominated this half already. Even if LEV did back all the way, this is still a very successful defense. And it would be surprising.
Did they not teach context clues during or before the British youth's GCSEs?
Yes, the American comes at someone else with their education. Yeah, that's a fucking fight you'll win. The American education system, known for excellence.
We'll pit down over towards A. Knife is used early into mid here by Lev.
Bro, they simplified the fucking language for you because they knew the people inhabiting your country would be dumb.
And we've seen both teams put a pretty heavy emphasis towards these halls lurks. Tech's going for it, Trent watching for it.
Slow round.
And again, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, does G2 have these level of game plans once we get to the attack side? But we'll have to wait to see all about that. Here, Lev takes some elbow control. And Comms is still in a good position to go for his
Of course, a British man belittles American history.
Back online, and that's going to signal a chance to really move forwards. Knife is actually dodged here. Leaf setup. Still alive and kicking. Throwing through the choke.
Look, it's no surprise. The people who went to America were the people who weren't doing well in Britain.
Still this war they've got to deal with. They don't really know how far these players have actually committed, but impeccable work. Leaf with a crosshair placement. Drops up and props up that cage, but still Aspas claims it's one of the kills. 4v4 now. Pit dropped down by King. In through the back lines, and Valen, a necessary agent there. He's trying to sow some chaos, but he's not able to get it done. Clone ignored. Decay's still there.
Oh, didn't move up to the pin.
Where Icy is. Spammed away. Bullet tag down.
Okay, 7-2. If they can get to 4, we might still have a game, but
nice round executed by Leviathan.
It's a bit of a struggle bus.
Defensive wall. It's not their attack side wall that was being up there, but really nicely used G2's.
Here we go with the Tory MV.
I gotta say, this is the Aspas round that we've been waiting for.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about the fact that we expected him to be the star player for Lev on this map, on the attack side, on the defense side, both. And here, picking off both of those B site anchors, making things winnable for his team.
That was the first B exec that really had any,
operator investment,
or like a big B exec that had really any success.
Play by G2.
They've been being cooked by the Astra stuff before.
Orbs up. You know, this is clear. They've got plenty of players in front of it looking to punish
full mid fight. I mean,
plays. King is in danger. There's really, no exit strategy. He's gonna have to fight his way out.
Yeah, his angles are good though when he tucks in that corner. As long as he doesn't get timed, he's probably going to find his way out, and this is going to be horribly awkward in mid. Yeah, could be for either team. It just depends who gets the info first.
6 cents for King for him.
Oh, this is like the worst thing that could have happened for them.
And plenty of targets, a rich environment, but can they drop them? Only the one.
Spike though.
The spike though that's been dropped in tunnel.
What a critical misplay. King with the timing, taking it past it. No one was covering that drone. The reclear from Trent.
Okay.
Spam into the box.
Well, this could win the round though.
They've got that firepower. They could manage to carve out a path, but it all comes down to this. These fights right here. Leaf. Tip tap just dancing around the pillar. Valen getting caught and chewed up there by the trip. So now it is a chaotic beginning. Potentially end to this entire round.
Not a great play by Tex there, swinging on his own, allowing Jonah P to pick up a free one.
Aspas has the spike, and he goes fighting
alone into 2 players, like you're saying, from G2.
Man.
Need more coordination from Lev in those kind of spots. And now it's all down to King trying to
reposition
time again. I mean, there's just no time with the position that they've got. Have to pull off the impossible.
10 seconds left.
Only a few seconds left at this point. Yeah, will fall. 8-2.
A pull on the
okay, they had enough people alive that they'll be able to buy, but that's a rough one. And we get into a 3v3. It's winnable. This round is winnable.
Much more aggressive look. Not necessarily stomping their way down mid though, quietly tucking themselves into crossfire positions. That setup would have been amazing against an A split. And then, as soon as Tex threw his first cyber cage, they realized it was a B split and were able to get that timing behind as well. Of course, it could have gone badly for them if anybody on Lev had taken a look back towards mid, but it's an unexpected spot to clear. Another round, I'm afraid, where you're looking at Aspas to try to make miracles happen for Lev.
But he's blinded up. Can't take a fair fight there, not against Icy, and Icy gets out of dodge.
Yeah, Icy gets down.
Nice and early.
It was G2 that only got 2 rounds on their attack side last these 2 teams faced. Lev could be held to the same here. Trent with another nice timing down.
This is so proactive by G2.
Yeah, they're finding amazing gaps.
Being watched. Any overextension by Trent would be punished.
He heard a footstep.
He heard them though, yeah.
Should be making a call. They'll know it though. At least with the Viper wall going up. Trent, there's the punish.
Big.
No horse lurk in action here. The players are working their way in though, using the cages, but it does not block the bullets. And still Jonah P not being cleared.
And this smoke is causing them problems too.
Splitting it up trap. Play by Aspas.
He said as he gets the kill.
It's going to take more of that, I think, if they're going to stand a chance here in this particular round. Drone through and abound. Getting that tag, Aspas. He's hoping for a fair fight, at least potentially an easier one. Shot darts. Only avoiding death and defeat there by Com.
You know where they all are?
That plant. G2 will try and take these fights together. Valen, flank attempts occurring. Icy from behind. Everything falling apart.
They're whipping a little here, Lev, as well.
They squeeze things down there.
Okay, I mean, G2 playing well, though.
Using that dimensional drift to ping out the locations of the LEV post-plant players, and then taking up a spot in A main that cut off another few angles for the rest of the team.
Need to be up at 9. Do I stop watching this game? Like 1.
I want to point out as well that when
Just get up for the grand finals. I think I should, honestly, yeah.
They don't bloom the smoke immediately. They allow Jonah
Don't say
to
no.
take a pick first, and then
The grand final is just more important. This game doesn't really matter.
Really nice usage of the Astra. It's not the basic stuff. They've got layers to what they're doing.
This
if you
game don't
couldn't
matter.
tell already, this has been pretty much 11 rounds of excellence from G2. Even the rounds that they were losing, they had fantastic ideas.
I'd agree. Little moments where they just choose to switch up the tempo, past the conditioning, because it's all been slow play, not too much in terms of proactivity.
Don't answer who won Eurovision. I don't want to know. I'm not going to look.
One away from Mazino.
Ban anyone who says it.
On the final round here, the first half. Util already flying forward. It's going to be delaying them.
Fast A here.
Really get into the sight in the barrel. Just sticked out enough for them to collect Jonah P. Still revealed though, underhanded flash. No one really going to be revealed out into the open. Everybody playing anti towards it. Dart into the back clears it, and Aspas is eager to take some of that space. Map control, Fornum, Hunter's Fury.
Wow, but he gets off the ult.
He will survive, but a moment and a distraction is necessary. The Tex to just be causing all sorts of issues. And still not aware of it. Aspas.
Okay, 9-3.
Position from all of that. Prior Util onto the side. Tay cannot win the fight. Tap goes the rifles, but eventually the team there to clean it up for Leviathan. A 9-3 finish. I mean, not what they were looking for or anticipating.
Nowhere near what they were anticipating. Lev, coming into this, would have been expecting that they were the favorites. And that's all it took. To take away Jonah P, suddenly that smoke no longer has any danger. And that's the big thing that Lev was struggling with the whole time. A 9-3 half looks immaculate for G2, but last time they only got 2 rounds on attack.
Well, let's send it down to Smith. She's standing by with Shy, actually, at the co-sharing booth, someone who's deeply familiar with both of these teams.
Man, you're making Shy stream the day after getting eliminated?
And Bren, as you said, sitting here with Shy as well as Dan, thank you very much, Dryad, for the translations. Shy, I know that you obviously were on Leviathan last year. You're intimately familiar with King and Mazino. Obviously, Aspas was a power addition to that team. What do you think it is that he brings outside of the obvious fragging prowess?
Bueno, sabemos que conoces mucho a Leviathan estando con ellos el año pasado, que conoces mucho a King y a Mazino, pero con la adición de Aspas, ¿qué crees que le trae Aspas al equipo?
Siento que Aspas es uno de los mejores jugadores del mundo, uno de los mejores duelistas.
Mundo,
y
well,
lo que más destaco que llegó al equipo fue
la
calma, de ser un jugador como que no se acelera y como que trae siempre calma al equipo, y sobre todo el firepower, y siento que ahora son uno de los equipos con mucha mira y demasiado firepower a la hora de jugar.
I think that Aspas is one of the best players in the world, one of the best duelists in the world, and what he brings to the team is that calm in tough situations, and bringing that calmness, and also bringing the firepower for the whole team.
Absolutely, and I feel like another player that has to help with that mood that you speak about is King, the in-game leader. You obviously played under him. What do you think his strengths are as an in-game leader, especially in these tense best-of-5 situations?
Y alguien que conoces también mucho es a King, que siendo el IGL, ¿cuál crees que es la fortaleza que tiene, especialmente en una serie de mejor de 5 como esta?
Lo que más destaco de él es sobre lo sincero que es a la hora de expresarse con el equipo. Conversé mucho con él ayer y lo que me decía es que por más que no esté tuviendo una buena serie, él siempre intentaba expresarse al equipo, intentar apoyarse para él volver, y que el equipo también supiera que necesitaba.
Feels like a long break, no?
Y como esa.
Who else has A levels next week and hasn't revised at all? That's tough.
Lo hace unirse más.
I would suggest revising, but I would also suggest not worrying too much.
I talked a lot
Life
with
is
him
long.
yesterday, and he was saying that when he's not having the best performance, he is relying on the team, and he's being honest about needing to rely on them, and being honest about asking them to do more and to help out when not everybody's going their way.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
I'm
for
currently
taking the time for this
revising my
interview. Josh and Glenn,
GCSEs.
back to you
Someone
guys.
ban them.
And we are straight back into the swing of things here. This is aggression off the rip by Lev. Doubled up, creeping down into halls. But G2, what is this anticipation? Spotting just ahead.
For what?
There. I think
Being
Icy
too young.
maybe even just gate crash back into the action, and they can't
Oh,
escape
for
from
God's
it.
sake, Lev.
Bites back, classic in hand.
Not turning to try to deal with
Such
that.
shit
Not
advice,
expecting
absolutely
the
should be
G2
worried
to
about
go
eye
for such a
levels.
quick re-clear.
I mean,
3-5. Looking horrible for Lev.
once you get into university, no one will ever ask you what A levels you got ever
Really
again.
is. Maybe Mazzino could be the man to step up towards it, but just jumping around is too much to overcome. Swarmed! And that's a 10-3 round differential.
And even then, you'll
G2
go
with
to
a pistol round
university,
win.
come out of university, and probably feel like it was a waste of time. Like most people do. Or feel like you did the wrong degree. Or went to the wrong university. Like most people do.
Recently, against 100
That sounds like someone who
let
is
a
in
massive
university
lead
saying this.
slip away from them to lose their spot in the grand finals of this tournament. But this time, they're up 7 rounds. They're on an anti-eco.
And how do you think you get into
And
uni?
so far they've
Yeah,
demonstrated
but my
some
point is
incredibly
that
good game planning on Breeze.
that's not nearly as important as you think
Surely not
either.
again. They were very aware of that double push coming down halls on the pistol. We've got another double push.
Like, for
happening
how your
on the
life actually
opposite side of
turns
the map
out,
there.
unless you want to be a
And
doctor
this
or
route
something,
through elbow.
it don't matter that much.
Leaf just monitoring that with his cam and his trip as the rest
Like,
of G2.
if I asked everyone I knew my age, like, hey, if you got slightly worse grades at A levels, would it matter that much? They'd all say no. And that's not that you shouldn't try, but
Oh, Icy in danger. Certainly so.
oh, they didn't
Also,
force, but they might win anyway.
G2, they just can't quite really handle these kills. Leaf even a bit tenuous there into the mid angle. They are dropping like flies. Jonah P, how have you managed that?
Okay, they win an eco.
In the blink of an eye.
And I hope I haven't spoken it into existence.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Gives you more
This
options.
wasn't even around where Lev forced into this.
No.
They had very little going for them
Does
in
it?
terms of the economy.
That is so confusing as to how that even happened. I mean, Icy getting caught out.
Yeah, I mean, didn't exactly see all of it from Icy's POV. But yeah, they're not aware of a recon dart that gets thrown in. Nobody breaks it. Icy's way ahead of the rest of his team. Oh,
I mean, obviously, if you go to like a
and they're
prestigious
doubled up to try to
university,
deal
maybe it
with Leaf,
gives
who
you
was playing through the
slightly
gate as
more
well.
options, I guess. But
that is a rough
I don't know.
one. But it's not going to matter if G2 can pick things up once rifles get on board.
Aspas for the outlaw. He's definitely got at least sights onto Jonah P.
You do not want Leviathan to build up any level
look,
of
I would
economy
say
for
try in
Aspas
your
to
A
start
levels.
holding.
I tried in
In
my
this
A
one,
levels.
obviously, the
Well, actually, no, I got
outlaw
an unconditional, so
no
I didn't
armor,
try in my A
light
levels.
armor,
But
that's going to be
I would have tried in my
But
A
once we
levels
get into rifle
if I had
rounds,
to.
You can't allow Lev to build up crazy eco and just get it.
But
That's
if you
how
do bad,
snowballs happen with Aspas.
it's not the
He's
end
going
of
to
the
be
world.
taking fights aggro, disrespecting your utility, and probably winning duels at long range on this map.
Full group up now from G2.
Yeah, playing things quite slowly, looking to try to head over towards B. There's some
What is
very
A levels in
prominent
American
tactics that we'll be
terms?
looking
It's
for
like
here.
the end of
Teleports into the
American
back
high
with
school.
an
It's what you do when
Astra
you're like 17,
I actually
18.
saw Lev pinging that out during the halftime. So they're really aware of this kind of stuff.
Fuck is this
different.
wall?
Yeah, okay. I mean, a bit of a fake gate crash. It was a knife that.
What is it? What is this? The
Push with
the
Valen also
tiniest
falling
wall of all
down,
time.
toppling
Look
down.
at it.
Gonna be really aware. Look at it. Just gives the perfect time for Mazzino to spray down through into the smoke. What away from the ult, by the way.
Worth him chasing for the glory and for
Sounds
the
like
ult.
this is coming from someone who did bad academically to begin. No, not at all. I did quite well academically
Gonna leave him
speaking.
alive. I mean, Aspas has got one bullet.
My college wanted me to go to
Okay.
Oxford or Cambridge, but I didn't want to.
Well, I think we're about to see the upgrade, I would imagine, because everyone on G2 is going to be buying full armor. So, do they go for dropping an op for Aspas?
Lying? Not lying. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. I didn't think I'd fit in, and I wouldn't have fit in.
Lovely round from Mazzino there.
Yeah, it is.
But round 16, this is where we see whether the comeback is real or not. I know that seems
I don't come from a particularly posh place, so going to a uni full of posh people. Oh my god. Oh, the timing was just slightly off.
Timed though by LEV. They needed that molly to come earlier so that the vulnerable was applied. I mean,
Bro said he didn't want to go for the best uni in the world. Straight cap? Not straight cap. Maybe I just have a better perspective. But I didn't think that just...
we see from both of the LATAM teams where you've got an upper there and somebody holding over towards elbow.
Here.
Well, also I wanted to do a theatre degree, and they don't do a theatre degree. So that was like that was part of it as well. But I was never really interested in going.
For the headshots. He's aware of the
I didn't think spending what, 3 years of miserable existence with people that I didn't like was really gonna be one that was worth spending money on.
Landing and ending over towards A. Com. Jump spotting, all the noise
Maybe
in the
that's
world
just
being
a
made.
different perspective.
My god, he just missed the timing on that one, and now he's going to be met with a couple of rifles and bullets. Players here through the wall. Might get lucky and claim a kill. No, instead it's King who falls. Aspas forced to back away from this one. He can't take a fight.
And knowing friends who did go to that uni and said it was the worst decision of their life, I think I made the right decision.
G2 are going to get a nice post plant here. The LEV players not in position to go for any kind of fast retake and actually getting locked out by some of the Astra util as well. Not sure whether... No, Valen does not have any stars on recall.
Okay,
so
end this game. End this game, G2. It's I mean, it's over if they win this round anyway, but...
Valen out of this and in fact he does. So the game is on.
Yeah, the game is on. Like you said, not going to have any of that post plant pull util. G2, a couple of players need to find their shots. Leaf, he's heating up. Drops it down to just the 2. A reminder again, Aspas with the weaponry, it's not ideal. Time ticking. Leaf will take the peak and take the fight, but really his team should have this one in the bag.
Any damage here though is good. They've already
Is it though? Damage isn't good when you're down 10-5. You want wins when you're down 10-5.
Yeah, this explosion is going to be between the two teams, stopping LEV from harassing the rest of the G2 players who get up to 11. So it's good damage from LEV on their bonus round, but they'll have been hoping for more there. A conversion would have been just what the doctor ordered to start a comeback from happening. Or to start the comeback happening, I should say. Now that we're heading into the next round, though, almost guaranteed that Aspas is going to go for the operator.
Oh, yeah.
And here it is, round 17, Aspas off. And considering that G2 have been putting a premium on taking A main control and farming the orb and that kind of thing, and the fact that Icy is 1 away from the orb, I would be expecting LEV to be challenging A main with that. But they're not going for it.
No,
they're going to allow...
Why most teams play Astra over Harbor on Breeze?
Down into mid.
I guess for just the global presence, basically.
Can't really do much with that.
You know, Harbor is quite limited, I guess, in terms of his range. And the thing is not Icebox. That's why you get Harbor on Icebox, right? Because on Icebox you can kind of get there in time to like play for a fast flood retake or something. On Breeze it's just more tricky. Like you kind of have to just be more entrenched in general. You know, Yoru can help somewhat because Yoru can get there fast, but other than Yoru, like, you know, it's like if you're defending on Breeze,
they can hear it, footsteps at least.
You're generally going to, like, there's a lot of 3v3s and shit on Breeze. There isn't a ton of 5v5s because the map is so big. Like, you know, this guy's not going to be able to help you. You're going to play to defend like they're doing now. Like King is, right? You're going to be entrenched and you're going to fight. Well, I watch map 3. Depends when it ends, I guess.
Swung around and added another 3 to it on the G2 players splitting through double doors. What is that?
Time for King to step up.
Yeah, Mazzino and King, the 2 core players from Leviathan.
How do you play Breeze and Icebox now that Viper got nerfed? I mean, you're still probably going to play Viper. I'd be shocked if teams didn't play Viper. Because without Viper, it would be tough. Like, Viper still fits the map better than pretty much anyone else for that reason I was just talking about, right?
This is where you start to knock G2's eco down.
I can't believe this by Aspas. At least the window angle being held. Dash has popped and active, but no one's going to be giving him any sort of easy kills. In fact, spotted by the cam.
It's actually the fight over towards A main that is most dangerous for LEV, I think. That flash doesn't even catch us to anyone.
G2 want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they have. I mean, LEV boldly have full read cleared out A main in this timing. That's going to give them plenty of info. But G2 have been playing around mid-control, and so that's where Aspas is focused.
Do I still play Viper? Do I still play Viper, or should team still play Viper?
Drone, though,
I mean, the answer to both, I think, is yes.
Well, so they're very confident it's not an A split.
And they're starting to stack it with players too. They have a knife and a lot of delay util. There's the first one.
This is
the sent flying nade as well.
Be into the
potential for that TP into the.
They don't go for it. They don't like it.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it was suppressed
by the knife. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So lovely play by Mazzino there, disrupting that execute.
Now they come back to A.
A gate crash into the smoke.
Start hearing them.
Time here for G2.
King could win the round again.
Absolutely could. Still locking it down here. Even with the pistols in hand, it's a beautiful flash.
What?
He might have not. Bats it away.
Yeah, I'll watch Paper X Gen G.
Better to be lucky than good, and King's got both, hasn't he?
12 seconds left. Leaf, got to go down here. Take a fight. Don't want to be saving that one into the next. So this is LEV. Like you said, the comeback is on at this point. It's not a huge round buffer they've got to work with, of course. I mean, G2 only have to convert 2 rounds, but this might be the time to do it for them. Plenty of ults in the back pocket. Cornucopia of it.
Exactly. This is G2's opportunity to stop the momentum now that they have a bunch of ultimates online.
How mad will I be if LEV make a comeback? Not mad at all, because then
I think G2
that will probably take us to closer to 1 AM, and then LEV will be 2-0 up, and I'll be pretty sure that LEV are going to win.
Right at the start.
Again, full trust in the window position being held here with a cage.
So I wouldn't be mad at all.
Popped up here, deep knife that's cross map.
Again, A main being re-cleared in this situation.
This proactivity means that LEV can heavy stack, but they've got to get the players to get a move on. Dimensional drift up. Going to be spotting out Aspas, in fact, but a body block damage. Done. It's the assist.
What?
Oh, this guy will not be removed. I see. Just something to say about it, though. Get themselves onto the site, the pit down, into the post.
This
pit chances here.
This pit is difficult to play around as the post planter because you just get
Icy just was not looking for that at all.
Yeah, they weren't expecting that one. I think Aspas updrafted just behind the Cosmic Divide. Obfuscated it. Any intent that he was going to be playing perched up. Now it leaves it to Jonah P. He's got the pit to maneuver around. Finds the first. Finds a second. 5 HP. Molly. Straight to the sky. Now retreats to a more defensible position. Spamming away. Aspas. Options running out. Time. Jonah P. This is a masterclass from him. And yet time has run out.
Outrageous from Jonah P.
Could not hunt him out of the pit. Could not stiff him out.
Oh, and the operator goes as
GG.
well. The economy is still good for LEV here, but G2 getting up to 12 in a round where Aspas
1v3
was and Tex got double kills defending the B site. I was ready to talk about the fact that pits like that are really hard to play around because your opponents can surround you. You don't have a safe
I think in a 3v1,
position, but Jonah found the
once you kind of think that he's in the pit,
G2 have
don't
played a
walk.
lovely game here, and they found the
Don't walk in,
individual
right?
moments when it matters.
So in that 3v1, the pit is like this. Encircle around the pit to see if he's around it. Right? Okay, he's inside the pit. Okay, well then what we're going to do is we're all going to run in at different times.
Position here is really nice as well.
We're just gonna run.
Tunnel straight down when they see the all popped up. Mazzino running inside of it. He's got to be worried.
So Viper's pit in A main.
From G2, not for now, not
All big door.
player.
If King goes for information, Tex goes for information.
Have a repeat.
Yeah, I quite like the G2 comp.
Quick. We're not quick enough to escape.
3v3.
The Ira G2 somehow this
I'll make sure to tell my rank teammates that.
To a 3 versus 3.
I don't think
This,
King
though,
is making
wants the
footstep
pit.
noises here as he leaves the pit. So Leaf doesn't know he has a timing.
But he will do
As
now.
soon as the pit drops, he's going to start thinking about it. Should they head back to A here? Leaf's going to be giving them these kind of comms, but G2 are playing very spread right now.
The problem is the spike is
King's
here.
positioning is pretty difficult to get a read on. Could get timing if Leaf was playing aggro, but he's not.
Or if they
He's just
find
holding
him,
his
oh,
position
they're going
over
down
towards
elbow
elbow.
instead.
Peek potentially.
And the re-clear towards elbow.
Okay. 30 seconds.
30 seconds
G2.
left.
Which direction? King spotted. Sees 2. Going for the read.
Oh, that's the...
Drop down. Sat down.
Oh,
towards the
no, double
spectator
swing.
seat.
Okay,
Almost the
GG.
entirety for them, and guess what? They're going to be exiting them
Cypher ult.
soon enough. I know exactly. G2 on the precipice here of taking this map. Make it nice and even, 1-1 here in this best of 5 lower finals. And there it is.
1-1. GG.
Mazzino will seal it up there. So here we stand, 1-1 in our...
Magnum's going to bed. Do I just call it now? Probably would be a decent idea. So at least I can be up. I think it just makes sense. Like, again, this game don't really matter. Watch it go to full 5. It's going to go full 5, and it's going to end at 4 AM. Just like the EMEA one did, because of course, the China and Pacific ones would be super fast. But then this game doesn't really matter. And I'd rather watch the grand finals that do matter. So, goodbye.